inside of me, and I look round in a state of fright. I suffocating, one mad, a brother from the gutter. They look me up and down, I bet and turn to each other. I say I don't like
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pair of Kings podcast. I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. And this week, I'm joined by not only my wonderful co-host.
I'm Michael Smith. You can find me on Instagram at Tati.
And we are joined this week by another wonderful guest.
Michael Smith. You can find me at Michael Smith. I actually don't remember your handle.
That's fine. I don't remember it either.
Yeah.
Tatiana. We have Tatiana here.
Yes.
If you couldn't tell.
Yes. I am very much here, and I'm honored to be a part of this. Truly.
Welcome. Tatiana and I met for the first time today, and now she's recording a podcast in my living room.
Wait, is your full name Tatiana?
Yes. I don't know why are we going by Tatiana? Nobody calls me that.
Government.
Nobody.
Sorry
calls
for
me
the
that.
docs. We can bleep it out.
Yeah.
Tati.
Yeah. There we go.
Met me for the first time today and is in my living room recording a podcast. Solomon also met me for the first time today and is in my living room recording a podcast.
Yeah.
So, welcome
To the living room where we are
to the
recording
living room
our podcast.
where we're recording a podcast.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, guys, we're in my living room
Doing a podcast?
doing a podcast.
Nice.
Sensational.
Beautiful. That's it. See you later.
Let's get right into the news.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Referenced?
Oh
my.
I mean, I'm chronically online.
Okay, so sorry. Slight hiccup, but we're back.
Welcome back again, Pair of Kings podcast again in my living room.
Where we're doing a podcast.
Where we're
In
doing
your
a
living room.
podcast
In the living room.
with
Yeah.
Tatiana and Solomon.
Yeah.
That's it. How's New York Fashion Week? I guess it's just starting. Yeah. All right.
I like try my best to stay as far away from Fashion Week as possible, but for some reason I just get looped back into it every year, and I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Have you ever successfully not been in New York for Fashion Week in the last like 5 years?
In the past 3 years, no, but before that, I honestly didn't even know what Valentino was, so that makes a lot of sense.
Saul still doesn't know.
No.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta ditch these shades. Enough.
Yeah,
It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into anything, let's start out with a fit check.
Do you want to lead us off?
Sure. I am in some extremely tall silver Balenciaga heels. Michael, what season is this from?
Famously worn by Luke Loven.
Oh.
Actually?
I don't know, maybe.
Seems like something you know.
I forget the names of seasons because they name them or they like number them differently on Balenciaga versus on Vogue, but this is whichever one they like photoshopped them into.
The loading screens?
No, they photoshopped. It's the season after that. They photoshopped them into like vacation destinations. It's
Okay.
like summer 21. I'll get canceled for that. I don't remember.
Yeah, but they're great. My legs are also boiling, so I'll take them off after this. I'm wearing a pair of fishing shorts from Daiwa Pier 39 because it's 95 degrees.
They never
out
seen
today.
them put
It is
on.
literally like I probably smell so bad at this point. I feel so bad. Like I have been running around all day, and I like pulled up here and I was like, shit, I forgot to take my Old Spice on the go. Now I'm fucked.
I know it
like,
smells crazy.
I know it smells crazy in there.
In where?
The podcasting studio. That is my living room.
Where we're doing a podcast.
Where we're doing a podcast.
Yep.
And then, excuse me, I'm wearing a old Saint Laurent Terry polo.
First person in history wearing the terry cloth polo, the fishing shorts, and the Balenciaga sample heels.
I might be the only person ever to do this.
You
I think
are.
this is what God
No, I
intended.
mean into the future as well.
Oh yeah, no one's ever gonna do this ever
No.
again. I know where these are going, and
Yeah.
they're not going to a pair of Daiwa Pier 39 fishing shorts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's it. I don't know. Keep it simple.
Yeah,
I was
cool.
gonna put on more clothes, but it's like 95 degrees today and miserable outside. So, yeah. Heels are coming off. Michael, why don't you?
I'm really excited to see who's gonna show up to like a New York Fashion Week party in puffer. Because one person always does regardless of the temperature. Like the
Yeah.
Rick one with the neck.
I like, oh my gosh, every year, you're so right, because I always walk in and like, that one stupid fucking Rick Puffer. Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Crazy.
My mom does listen to this, and she'll get mad at me.
Listen, I
she's
was
fine.
doing a lot of like panels and conventions this week, so I like have been so media trained to a point that like I don't know how to swear on camera.
Are you not
That
allowed
was like
to
6
swear
humble
at
brags in a row.
Yeah, wow, damn.
It's what?
Are you not allowed to swear on panels?
No, not typically.
Damn.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to do panels then. That's decided.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would have.
That's wonderful.
So I'm wearing Crocs because I'm in my home. Rick Owens jeans that I cut into a skirt, and Rick Owens V-neck thingy shirt.
Dylan T, right?
Dylan T. Yeah, and Uniqlo socks and Supreme underwear.
Nice.
The usual.
Ew. Supreme?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's good underwear.
Oh.
It is good underwear.
No, because I don't know how explicit this podcast is, so
No,
feel free to
go
cut
crazy.
this out. But I was
No.
like if I'm hooking up with a guy and he is wearing Supreme underwear, I am leaving.
What's worse? The Calvin Klein, like
Equally as
every
bad.
man owns, or the
It's
Supreme?
Equally as bad.
It's a
Okay.
test. It's if you can't handle me at my Supreme boxers, you don't deserve me at my, I don't know,
Well,
not wearing Supreme boxers.
I don't want to be with anyone that has ever worn Supreme boxers in the history of their existence, actually.
Missing
Is that
out on
like
a lot of really cool
prerequisite?
guys.
Like before you're going over, you're like, by the way, what are you wearing right now? But this is serious. Like, this is
name
high stakes?
name a funnier underwear to wear.
Mormon underwear?
Mormon
fuck.
underwear?
Yeah, the
Long
onesie.
underwear.
Oh, the long johns.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd
be crazy.
I gotta update this bit because wearing Supreme underwear is not funny enough anymore. There are a lot of like really funny Supreme objects around this apartment.
Yeah.
I think I die a little inside every single time I see that box logo. I'm not even gonna lie. I
Tight.
just like have such hatred in my heart for it.
It's a shame none of them are visible from right here.
I'm
so we could
honestly
watch you
happy.
die
Otherwise,
inside.
I would start breaking out in hives in a cold sweat. I'm like physically
Tight.
allergic to Supreme.
Yeah, that's valid. That's a normal response to a clothing company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my therapist said.
What's your outfit? What's the fit?
We got some Teddy Fresh socks,
Nice.
some swim trunks that I found at a flea market, and then I got, I don't know, just like this top from Depop. It's way too fucking hot to be like pulling up with a fit here. Also because everything I own is black, so like if I were wearing any more fabric, I would probably spontaneously combust.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, my friend's mom's McLaren spontaneously combusted the other night, and it is insane. I just like got this call out of nowhere, and I was sent a video of the car on fire, and it was hard as fuck.
Hang on a second.
It
Their
was
car
sick.
exploded, and they're like, "Holy shit! Someone called Tati."
Well, no, because it was a sick ass photo.
We need the best.
Okay.
We need our best people on this.
Yeah.
No, exactly. It was like hilarious. I was like, you guys are just laughing at this. They're like, yeah, this is fucking hilarious. And I was like, fire. Shout out Isaac.
Do you have the photo?
Yes, I do.
Just send. You can
yeah,
send
oh,
it
yeah,
to me.
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
put
yeah.
it- I'll put it up
I
here.
kind of want your reaction.
Okay,
let's
I mean,
see it.
yeah, show it to us.
Like, was anyone driving it, or like it was off?
It was off. It was parked in their friend's driveway.
Is it an electric car?
That's McLaren.
No, it's McLaren.
I don't know anything about cars.
Look at this photo.
Oh shit!
That's tight.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, that's a.
Like,
that's
it's
a car on
beautiful,
fire.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it's a
like,
crazy photo.
hey, next time this happens, could you please call me up in advance? That way I know to like bring a camera.
You would have taken
Go
over
do the,
what,
like, do the, like,
2014
photo
That's what I'm
Tumblr.
saying.
Yeah.
That's sick as fuck. I
Mhm.
want to light a McLaren on fire. Well, they didn't light it on fire. It just spontaneously
That
combusted.
we
You're outing them
But-
for insurance for
Yeah. My sister got rear-ended when I was in high school, and her car caught on fire, and she's a photographer, and for some reason had the like grace of thought to like grab her camera as she got out, and then the whole thing burst into flames. So she has pictures of her car like on a completely empty freeway because everyone had backed off, and it's like just
Fireball.
completely up in flames.
That'd be a great
It's
place for
incredible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yo, dude.
Cozy Rap's actually on his way right now.
Yeah, oh shit, your car's on fire? Let me pull up. Hold up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So why everything you own is black? Why?
Like Steve Jobs wears like the same outfit every day.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm, on my Elizabeth Holmes arc.
But
and
you own, it's different things. You're wearing like a thrifted
Well,
bathing
it's-
suit.
conceptually.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be literally. It's conceptually.
It's just an idea.
It's like it's a bit more avant-garde than that.
I love to be on my Elizabeth Holmes shit.
Yeah.
I need to be
Theranos,
esoteric person.
Theranos girl boss slay. Come on.
Okay.
True.
Yeah.
Has
Dax.
anyone girl bossed like that ever since?
I mean, I would say Anna Delvey's up there in the charts
Okay.
for sure.
Was that after Theranos?
No, that's
was
post.
before.
That's post Holmes.
That's
Really?
post
Wait,
Holmes?
is, so is Anna Delvey the one who was like the New York socialite? Like,
Absolutely.
Like,
I thought
okay.
that was before.
No.
Theranos. Okay.
No, it was
I
after.
think that we heard about Anna Delvey first because there was a lot less like legal proceedings involved.
Yeah.
But
I thought she was like 2000s early.
No, it was later
Okay.
than that. And, Theranos was earlier than that.
I'm pretty sure I was
Oh.
living in New York around the time Anna Delvey.
This was
shit
like
went
only a
down.
few years ago.
When Delvey dropped.
When Delvey dropped. You remember when Delvey dropped? I heard someone told me about a new Anna Delvey type. Like they told me about this person they'd been hanging out with for like years. That was like a close friend of theirs, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden, like they found out
just
that
started-
they found out that everything they knew about her was a lie.
She
and
was
like,
Delvey maxing.
She was Delvey maxing. She was girl bossing. I don't think she's like.
They hate to see her get her girl boss.
They-
It was really hard for me to say that with a straight face.
She's Delvey maxing. I don't know what you think is funny about Delvey maxing. This is a very serious
That one
issue.
dude in Brooklyn
That
that
one
one play
dude.
about Delvey maxing.
That one dude in Brooklyn with a podcast who don't play about Delvey maxing. Yeah, I mean,
the host of like Red Scare.
Delvey got like.
Speaking of communism.
Speaking of communism.
I actually have something for you
Oh
guys.
good. Oh yeah. What's up?
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt this bit, but
No,
I
you're
have a bit
crazy.
prepared for you guys.
What is it? Let's
You're gonna break out in the bit. We're not recording, by the way, Michael.
We're ruining this fucking podcast. I can't believe I just did that.
It's the pressure of a woman being in the room.
Yeah, I get really nervous around girls and Saul.
We just spoke for a full 30 minutes, and he forgot to press record.
I hit record, but
Is that
it's
just 30 minutes of my time that you have wasted?
It's a sticky
How could you
button.
do this to me? I have somewhere to be. I have Brenda hashtag to go collude with.
We're
My
paying her to
chef
be
is
on this
supposed to
podcast.
be in Berlin by
The
yesterday.
German comes out. She gets mad.
Yeah, sorry. I just
So wait,
got-
we missed the burning McLaren story.
We did.
We'll put a photo of a burning McLaren up there.
no context for that
Sadly.
anymore.
Yeah, we're not
We've
telling
gotta
you
do
that
fit
story
check
again, but
again.
there was a burning McLaren at one point. Fuck, we
Yes.
do have
Should
to
we
do fit
speed
check
fit
again.
check?
Yeah, let's speed
All right,
fit check.
I'll go first. Balenciaga boots that I took off because they were really hot. Fishing shorts and a Saint Laurent polo.
Saul is the first person in history and will remain the only person in history ever to have worn the Balenciaga men's Essex with the fishing shorts and the terry cloth polo.
Until
Let it be
he
known.
tries to go shower later and I put on the exact same outfit and then I listen to Drain Gang while wearing all of it, then I will be the first person in history to wear that outfit while listening to Drain Gang.
That's
True.
true. All right, well, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Ratio.
It's funny that we're speeding through this as if everyone else has already heard it and is bored, rather than just we've already heard it
No,
and
but
we're
trying
bored.
to get back to bantering. We're trying to get back to the good stuff.
I think we used up our entire allotted banter, and I think I'm never going to banter ever again.
Yeah. Michael's an amateur podcaster. He's
Yeah,
only been
sorry,
doing
it's
this
my
for
first day.
a year
Should
and a
get to
half.
banter maxing.
Y'all heard of Delvey maxing?
We invented Well, actually, I
Tati
I
invented
invented
Delvey
No,
Delvey
Maxing.
sorry,
maxing.
that was me.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, there's proof. There's evidence. There's footage of me inventing Delvey maxing.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. Tati invented Delvey maxing.
Yeah. Did we miss out on the entire bit about?
Oh, we missed everything. Yeah.
Please fit check because I have some comments and questions
let's-
and
All right,
concerns.
so I am wearing Crocs, my trusty house Crocs, a Rick Owens pair of jeans that I cut into a skirt, a Dylan shirt because it's really hot, Uniqlo socks, and Supreme underwear.
and
yeah,
I had
Tati
some,
Tati won't hook up with you if you're wearing Supreme underwear. We also
If
touched
anyone
on
is
that as
trying
well.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone is trying to, anyone that's watching this podcast probably needs to. I
Yeah,
need
if
a
you're
listening
watching
to
this podcast for
I
dating
need a
advice,
restraining order.
go away.
Please stay within not within, like 500 feet away from me at all times possible.
Tati's like a moving playground.
So
All the
if you
guys have
listen to
like-
this, if you listen to Pair of Kings or Wear Supreme, don't try.
Or if you know the name Jake John Howard,
Hold on.
Jake John
is sick.
Howard.
We love that guy.
Legend.
Yeah.
love him, my
Love
short
him.
king.
Yeah.
My short king. Our short king. Is he short?
Yes.
He's pretty short.
Yeah, he's pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's supposed to be around this week. We should all hang out.
Yeah, I want to stand next to him.
I'm gonna
I need
find
to feel something.
You gotta mog Jake John Howard.
Gonna mog
Absolutely. I'm mogging right now. You just don't know it.
Jake mogging. I'm gonna find a bunch of random Supreme accessories, and convince you that it's the funniest possible thing to own.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
I guess
very
there's that.
adamantly, no. I will break out again in hives. I will break out in hives.
CBG Supreme box logos if you want to borrow that.
I think
That's
that
tight.
I would
have
rather
I have the fire logs.
fire
The
logs.
Dura,
like
the
Dura
Duraflame
Flame.
fire logs.
Oh.
It was a Christmas gift from someone who knows I think that there's nothing funnier than a stupid fucking Supreme object.
Oh my
You're just not irony maxing.
I am.
You're not a
irony
Supreme pilled
maxing.
irony maxer.
I'm wearing Teddy Fresh socks. I'm silly
That's sick
and
as
I'm
fuck. There's
goofy.
no irony in that.
Brockhampton broke up. We don't have to
Yeah.
wear Teddy Fresh anymore.
What does Brockhampton have to do with Teddy Fresh?
I feel like all the guys that were wearing Teddy Fresh were also into Brockhampton.
I
There's all the
don't-
pastels.
No,
No,
also
I
do a
wouldn't.
fit check.
I don't think so. Oh, fit check.
Yeah.
Black.
That's it.
Done.
Easy.
What's Teddy Fresh?
Teddy Fresh is the brand owned by Ela Klein. It's a clothing label.
Ela Klein.
Ela
She's
Klein.
married
She's on
to
H3H3.
H3H3, the guy that made all the videos.
H3H3.
You'll
Like
recognize.
Vape
Hold on, I'll show
Nation,
you.
y'all. Like this thing. Like
How old do I seem right now?
Pretty.
Yes.
I mean, he was like, that's not Ethan Klein. What the fuck? This guy.
Looks
don't
like
recognize
any
him?
guy.
All right.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's to do.
Oh no, I
That's a
took
dude.
that photo. Wait, go
Oh,
back to
shit.
Google Images.
Okay. I'll have to save it and put it above us. But yeah, check out the video podcast if you want to
Boots,
see
I took this photo.
this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, holy shit! She's got the 5th result on, and it's not even Ethan Klein.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. What the fuck?
Wait, and it's from Harvard. Did you do a photo shoot with Harvard or for Harvard?
No, I took photos of Ela and they like
Ah.
used them for press with
Full
Harvard.
name docs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
So they
Um,
just borrowed the photos.
Is that why you have Teddy Fresh socks?
Yes,
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
love Teddy Fresh. Shout out
like that.
Ela as bestie. We love her.
Shout out
Love
Brockhampton.
her. No, they broke up. You can't shut them out anymore.
You can. Can we get a consensus on that?
Did they officially break up? I know they did
Oh, yeah.
like the this
I-
is our last. You know, they put out was it Tanya and they all like sat down. It was like, oh, they're breaking up. It was like
I mean,
sort of
I'm
past.
not a Brockhampton guy. Never really was my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Hate to disappoint you guys. I can go now.
You weren't part of like the vaporwave trend of 2015, 16.
I mean, kind of. I was like 14 at the time.
Brockhampton's not vaporwave.
Well, no.
Well,
I mean,
no.
everybody in Brockhampton was wearing like skate adjacent clothing and pastels.
No, I was 14 in Newport Beach, California. Like, I literally did not know anything about anything.
Okay.
Everyone wears Vineyard Vines and Sperry's, and myself
That's
included.
Brockhampton.
Yeah, that's
Vineyard
the-
Vines and Sperry's?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
It's not.
No,
Do you
it's
know
not.
what Brockhampton is?
Yeah, it's the boy band.
Yeah,
Sure.
kinda.
What? I feel like the Brockhampton like.
Can we get away from Brockhampton?
No, we're stuck now. Sorry, this
Why?
is actually now officially a
Yeah.
Brockhampton podcast.
Yeah, we're Brock
We would like to
maxing.
thank this episode's sponsor, Brockhampton. They're actually coming back with a new album called Supreme Underwear.
Well, this makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
clicking.
Like, look, it was like overalls and like striped shit. That's like a Brockhampton fan.
That's
right there.
British kids tell us why they're. That's
Yeah,
not
but that's a
Brockhampton.
Brockhampton
That's
fan.
British kids.
No, but I'm saying they're fans. That's what they're wearing. Look, Brockhampton
You're
fans.
just Googling Brockhampton fans and
Yes.
showing me memes from Reddit.
Look,
Bro, I gotta go.
that's what they all look like.
That's fine.
I've been spending a little bit too much time on Reddit for my own good. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you a
guys.
big
Why are you
Redditor?
on
I'm
Reddit?
black-pilled now, guys.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
you're
Yeah,
an
tight.
Andrew
Yeah.
Tate adjacent.
No.
Isn't that
No, no.
black pilled?
Well, I was saying it jokingly, but
Oh,
let's,
okay,
let's no, very much not black pilled. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I don't know why. I've been just asking questions to Reddit instead of Google lately, and I think I've like kind of fell down some rabbit holes on accident.
Like,
Just I don't know. I'm spending too much time on it, and then like I was starting to look myself up on Reddit,
okay.
and that was a huge mistake. I'm never doing that again.
Horrible
What?
things.
Yeah. What are the results when you search yourself on Reddit?
Not good stuff. Not good stuff. Well, good stuff. There's good stuff. There's very nice stuff.
Okay.
Very cool people saying nice things.
Okay.
But there's like a subsection of people that have said some very strange parasocial stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
To the
Okay.
point where it's like, hey, like like this should be sent to a therapist. Like
Yeah.
this is insane.
Sounds
like
about right.
paragraphs and paragraphs where I'm like, yo, I want to respond to this, but I know that would be really bad for me.
Yeah.
It's like writing a letter to Stan type beat. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I really hope this person is okay. Like,
Jesus
like
Christ.
there's people that are doing that on Reddit, and it's like, whoa.
You have an unfortunately Googleable name.
It's true.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
you can't get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Michael Smith might.
It doesn't matter how big I get, you won't find me.
Yeah. By design.
By design, yeah. My parents were like, I want him to get really good at internet when he's older, so
Must be crazy for you on LinkedIn.
yeah. Fucking love
Your
well,
parents weren't thinking about SEO and.
Yeah, my parents not big on SEO.
Yeah, when
because
they were
it-
like, this child is not SEO optimized. Fuck.
fuck.
We nerfed our son.
We nerfed our son before SEO even existed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. When did they invent SEO?
Real quick, is that recording?
Yeah.
Okay, the video?
Can we triple check?
Okay, great.
Okay, good.
I'm a fucking amateur. I get it. Horrible. We're
It's
never
okay.
gonna get.
I forgive you.
That's. You ever think about how many hours of riffing have been lost to missed record buttons? Tragic.
At least 6.
At least 6 hours of riffing throughout history. You'll never get those riffs back.
Yeah, you should have seen what they left out of the Bible.
You should have seen the riffs that were not in Book of Job,
You
because
think
there were
you
some
think
crazy
they were
riffs.
Delvey maxing in the
They were
Bible?
Delvey.
Dude.
Tell me, do you
They
think
were
Jesus
Delvey-
was Delvey? Yeah, yeah.
It's about time.
You've had a
Knock on
good
wood,
run.
Actually. I've had a really good run. I want to keep it up. I cannot lose everything right now.
So your online persona has been built over a couple of years, right?
Yes.
You are a fashion photographer,
Mhm.
but you're also funny and sociable. You're not just like hiding behind a camera.
Oh, so you think I have a good personality? Damn, thanks.
Do you have a moment that you can point to that would be like when you broke out or when you started like building steam, as it were?
So I think this is a difficult question to answer because I feel like I built steam in a few different like niches or like section of the internet.
Sure.
So like when I started off, it was like really just within like the influencer space and like working with and unfortunately sleeping on the couch at the Hype House and taking photos of like 18-year-olds.
Wait,
seriously?
As an 18-year-old, yeah, no, I fully like slept
That's so
slept on
tight.
the couch at the Hype House and all these content houses because I was broke as shit and wanted to be a photographer.
You have any funny stories about the Hype House?
I think I have about 2,000 that I'm waiting for my memoir.
Okay. Can we get one or two here?
I mean, I'm trying to think. If it'll take me a second, so you
Okay.
just might want to cut.
We'll
me
circle
thinking.
back.
There was one time that like Tekashi 6ix9ine came over. That was very interesting.
What is he like outside of a online
Honestly, I
persona?
decided to leave the room because I was like, "What the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?"
he's
Does he do the same
He's like
amount
a
of yelling?
creeper.
Like,
I mean, I wasn't in the room anymore. He was just there. I mean, there
Okay.
was so many times where I would just be like wake up, where I would just be walking around, and there was like there was like a bunch of puppies in the backyard, or
Okay.
like or like Madison Beer would be like knocking on the door or something, and it was like I just don't understand what's going on. It was a very very chaotic time of my life, but through it, I did amass a following for being like so closely associated with like influencers, but they were all 14-year-old girls.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
and so like.
Was that weird as an 18-year-old being around 14-year-olds with like colossal followings?
Well, no, it was
The
like the
followers.
people that were
Followers.
following me.
yeah.
I mean, the people that I was like living
Oh.
with were my age or older.
Okay.
So
okay.
or like couch sleeping at. But
Gotcha.
what was weird was like I just felt so disconnected from my audience because they were like all way too young, or like they were the type
I
to
see.
be like, "You said frog's pronouns wrong. You're canceled. Bad, not good." Like very,
Socks wants to know, since they did the dishes.
what?
What? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I got the joke. It was
Did
funny.
this just go over my head?
Yeah.
Wow, did I just reference a meme that the terminally online one doesn't know?
Probably at
Oh,
this point. I'm really doing my best, guys. But yeah, no, it was very strange because they're all like 14-year-old girls, felt so disconnected. And it's like when I like want to talk about like the things that I'm actually interested in, like I was like playing death grips for these kids, and they would be like, I don't know what this is, but I like it. And they would just be like, I'm 14 and you just showed me death grips. And I'm like, is this a good thing? I don't know if this is a good thing. Like,
it's a
like,
pretty good
so
thing.
you have like Vinny Hacker fan accounts that are like making edits of me to death grips and shit. And it was like so funny. I was like, I have no idea how I pulled this off, but this is hilarious, but I also kind of hate it. And so then I just started like a spam account where I started posting about like my hatred for Supreme and like just absolutely shit posting some crazy stuff. Like famously, I once said that I just shaved my pussy using Aesop soap. That's one of the lines that I dropped on that account. And it was just like I would just try and say crazy shit that like would place my videos like on the pages of people that like I actually would want to be friends with in real life, if that makes sense.
Did it work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
it did.
Okay.
It did work, which is really like nice that like I now have like a following of people that like you know, actually are interested in things I'm interested in, as opposed to like, can you please post a picture of Vinny Hacker, please? I would really love to see a photo of Vinny Hacker. And it's like, I just don't need that following me. If I'm gonna have a silly, goofy time on the internet, I want people to like understand my really weird, strange jokes about like Dutch meme techno and like stuff like that.
Nice.
You know,
Nice. Curated.
curating. I actually curated my audience.
You know.
So yeah, I mean, it's like it was and is continuing to be like a very strange journey on the internet for me, because I have people from that side when like they followed me that still follow me today, and then you have people that are like the new era Tati followers, and it's like it's kind of
I was
shit
a
show.
fan in the Vinny Hacker era, just, you know. I was an OG.
I was there when you were taking photos of Lil Huddy first. So
Who's Lil Huddy?
how old are you?
24.
24. I mean, actually, that does make sense. He's just like an e-boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, now he's not. He doesn't go by Lil Huddy anymore. He goes by Huddy because he grew up. So he's
Okay.
now.
Oh, he's not
just
Lil
Huddy.
enough.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like turned 21 or 18.
Yeah, and
shed
they
it.
take the
Came out
Lil
of
away.
a-
Yeah.
He shed a couple layers of skin. Yeah.
Mm.
You know.
What's the age cutoff for knowing Lil Huddy?
Well, Lil Wayne is like 38. He's still Lil.
That's true.
Lil Wayne.
That's facts.
yeah.
Lil Huddy outgrew Lil Wayne. That's insane.
It's crazy.
That's wittily crazy.
We?
Pretty good at that.
Oh. I like have done it for hours at this point.
yeah.
Like there are conversations.
Consecutively or?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is that even a
Wittily?
question? Wittily? I could do this all day.
Let's
Jesus Christ.
welcome back to Pebble King Podcast.
I might leave.
I could have some red wine, white wine now. Or the he's behind you.
Oh
Isn't he?
God.
Jesus Christ.
The
It's like an anime.
that's the Bailey Anders voice in my head.
No, literally, he
That is
does that all the
wittily.
time. He'll do the. I hate to break it to you, but we're gonna need a bigger boat. Like.
Yeah, that's the I don't actually that is his actual voice. That is how he talks.
I'm gonna.
Actually,
Actually, these are CCP.
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up, Bailey.
Yeah.
Jinx.
That's crazy. So, do you still get people from the Lil Huddy, Vinny Hacker days, like, reaching out and being like, where did all the photos go? Or have they mostly, like, either unfollowed
I
or...
honestly think that a lot of them did grow up
Yeah.
and just like found their own other interests.
Cool.
And you can see that kind of
Now
like,
they're
with-
asking other people for pictures of Tati. Like, did you take a picture of Tati?
Nobody takes photos of me.
Is that true?
Honestly, well, no. Today, actually, somebody did take photos of me.
Yeah, there
but
you go.
generally, no.
No one's sleeping on your couch.
Nah,
Okay.
not currently.
Okay.
There were eras
Okay.
where.
You
Pay
haven't
it-
gotten, like,
pay
an
it
intern
forward,
that...
though,
Yeah,
like,
you haven't
yeah.
No,
gotten,
I
like,
did.
an
Like
intern that
I
you're gonna
had.
pay
Well,
an
I had
exposure.
like a hobosexual in my life at one point.
I'm sorry.
Classic.
A
Yeah.
homosexual. It's like somebody that like is like, hey, let's date. Wink, and then like they are just using you for your
Yeah.
house.
Airbnb boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then
Got it.
I had a friend.
Shackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend Josh that like slept on my couch for like 7 months.
Nice.
Yeah, like I've had my fair share of couch surfers in my living
Okay.
room before. So
I think that that's how you came up to help other people, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
Pass it along.
There you go. Beautiful, heavenly.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I kind of interrupted you.
Where was I going with this?
If people still ask you for pictures of Vinny Hacker,
No, but like every so often I'll have like somebody or like a fan account asking for just like some other person that I've photographed before.
and they just want like all of the edits.
Yeah, absolutely.
weird.
Why are we pulling up photos of
I don't know who he is. I was
Yeah.
curious.
No. It's just like it's like TikTok kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna reference a lot of like e-boys that I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
no, I think I'm honestly happy to cut the combo about e-boys here. I can't.
This shit makes me feel like throwing fits. Do we have to cut that out?
It's fine.
Yeah, I know. They like it was honestly like they really lowered their standards when they started to put e-boys like Marc Boutillier on their show. Like that was crazy.
Does Marc Boutillier count as an e-boy?
No. Well, actually, technically, by definition, as an internet boy,
But wouldn't
you
that
guys
make-
be
yeah,
e-boys
are
as
we-
well.
Yeah.
So anybody with like an Instagram and
But,
or a
like,
TikTok
Yeah,
is
it
an
would be
e-boy is a-
considered an e-boy, but that's by definition, by textbook definition, and I have studied the e-boy
But I feel
extensively
like
in my
e-boy
time.
is a intentional persona that people adopt. Like it's an attention-seeking
Yes.
Yes,
persona.
yes,
And a
right?
look. There's like a specific
there's
look.
there's a look, there's a person, there's an archetype that we think of when
Actually,
we think
now,
e-boy.
Michael, you might be the archetype of
You're-
e-boy. You wear a
honestly,
lot of Rick Owens.
you are pretty close to it.
Yeah.
I
You might have
e-boys
done it
were, like,
before
were,
other
like,
people.
much more like poofy hair and
If you
like,
had my
and,
hair,
like-
you'd be an e-boy.
yeah.
Yeah. Or
I'll
if
take
or
it.
if you just like
Look.
cut it into a shag.
Yeah, that and the like
Well, I think that we evolved from e-boys into bellboys.
bellboys.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's the
I
bell
think that
bottom
there's
guys.
like an e-boy to bellboy pipeline.
Oh.
that
Yeah,
exists.
all the e-boys grew up, started
Yes.
smoking like Newports. or-
Yeah, try and look like
Parliaments
a
and-
like a Led Zeppelin roadie.
Yes.
Now.
They discovered Marlboro Reds and it was over for them.
Exactly.
Tight.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Wrangler Ranchers have had a death grip
I
on the
really
community.
thought that we were going Ram Ranch for a second, and I was like, "That's a crazy."
I haven't heard a
road.
Ram Ranch reference in years.
I'm on
That's crazy.
I've never
Keeping
heard a
you on
Ram
your
Ranch
toes.
reference in
Oh,
my
it's
life.
what, like 8 naked
18
cowboys?
naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch, wanting to be sucked, wanting to be.
What?
Yeah, this is like an old like copy pasta like shock.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, cool. Yeah, look, back when
Ram
like
Ranch really rocks.
Yeah.
back when like the like idea of shock humor was like people are gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I remember
Yeah.
that. Good era.
Yeah. So yeah, what was your come up in terms of being terminally online? Like, what's your earliest like early internet memory?
I mean, I have always grown up on the internet. I like didn't have access to like a TV, so I was like on like phone, iPad.
No
family-
TV,
you're an
but you
iPad
have
baby.
phone and
No,
iPad.
I wasn't an iPad baby, but I definitely like did watch Captain Sparkles on Twitch for like 6 hours a day.
Shit.
Like
Jesus Christ. He's the one that would build like a like working computer in Minecraft. That was like his shit.
No, that wasn't him. He would do all of the animations where it's like creeper. Oh man.
Was he Fallen Kingdom?
Yes.
Oh, that guy's great. I love that
love
guy.
him.
Do you know Fallen Kingdom?
I've
but-
never
but-
once watched a streamer in my entire fucking
But
life.
he's not. This was a Minecraft music video set to Viva La Vida
Yeah.
about Minecraft. Dude, this is crazy. You
It
gotta
has
use-
lore. It has 3 parts, and
Yeah.
it'll make you cry. It's so beautifully
Yeah.
crafted, and it actually like got more views at one point than the actual Viva La Vida song, I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was to out myself a little. I think by the time Minecraft came out, I was like about to graduate high school.
Whoa.
That can't be true. Minecraft was like 2013.
Jamie?
Right. And when
Jamie?
did I graduate high school?
Jamie, could you look that up
Oh,
for
it was
us?
2011.
Does nobody get my reference?
so-
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. We were ignoring it.
Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie, could you look this up for us?
It's, Joe Rogan.
Oh, god damn it.
Is it Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really getting out online here.
It's okay.
Yeah, I played the beta of Minecraft when I was in high school.
Widowy.
Wow.
I played the beta.
Widowy, but
Willowy?
that's to just
I
like
was there before everyone else, and Notch Willowy knows my first name.
bro, fuck Notch. Never heard of a beloved Swedish dude. Doesn't seem possible.
PewDiePie.
Well, he said the
He had a
the
heated
gaming
gamer
word.
moment.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he recovered from that though.
I mean, he
I
might
mean,
have recovered, but
sure, yeah. It didn't really take much toll on him. I don't know who
Shout
I'm
out
talking about.
IDubbbz.
Then. No,
Oh,
cut that,
Jesus
cut that, cut
Christ. I feel like you can keep that in.
I cannot keep track of the various streamers and what gamer moments they've had. Is it okay if I say that? Is this a safe space?
Yeah. I think
No.
that's fine.
I don't know the difference between like
This is a hostile environment now.
like any of them.
The only streamer that I used to watch was Tyler One, the really angry, bald, short dude.
Isn't that all of them?
No, like any video you see of a guy playing League of Legends and like turning purple is
Okay.
Tyler one.
That's
Cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Heavenly.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't need to know anything.
Okay, so early internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like I mean, my earliest memory of like being on the internet is I used to just like look up photos and make PowerPoints of birds. That was my special
That's kinda
interest
sick.
at the
Okay.
time. So I was like 3 years old, and I would like go like make these PowerPoints of like birds and like print them out and be like, look, I found birds.
like just any
sick.
birds.
Yeah, and like
sort
I
of
would like
just,
go look up their like species name and stuff, and I would like
Tight.
make these like I was 3, and I was like this is a this is a this. I don't know why. I was really into birds.
Do you
for
still
some
have a lot
reason.
of bird facts?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. I kind of grew out of it, and I got into trains. And
Tight.
then I grew out of
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah. And then I got into like chemistry for some reason. I like
Okay.
memorized when I was in like the 3rd grade. I knew everything about the periodic table, every single symbol, every single like. You could like tell me like silicone, and I would be like, "Oh, this is the atomic number. This is its mass. This is how many
Can you do it for
neutrons are in
any of
its
them right now?
nucleus, and this is how many valence electron shells it has." No, I could do it for every single one.
What about iron?
That's Fe. I actually, I can't do it now, but
Okay.
like,
You built it up. I was excited.
Yeah.
All right.
Great. Yeah. No one knows about the periodic table like past like college. I don't think that information is meant to live in a human brain that's older than like 20.
Yeah. So were you like a digits of pi kid?
yeah, no, 100%,
Got it.
100%.
Got it.
I was like, it doesn't make sense to me. I hate this. So I would just keep trying to like.
So I can track this. Did you get into like Vsauce?
No, I wasn't like a Vsauce kid. I was like on the internet, like almost like an escape.
Okay.
You know, it was like kind of mind numbing to me in a way.
As it is now.
I mean, not really. Now it's like my full-time job almost to
Yeah.
be online, which I'm honestly trying to stray away from as much as possible because I'm realizing more and more that like I think that I've done my time with the short form video and that it's time for me to like just
Fair enough.
let the other thing take over my full time because it's like I can't keep pushing out content and like I don't enjoy doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Horribly burnt out. When you post a video a day plus for like 3 years straight, you just like
I did it 1 year and I was like, I just can't. Take
Yeah,
this.
we
Like,
nearly lost Saul that year.
Yeah. No, but genuinely, like there are people like DMing me out of the blue. It was like, your videos suck. You should kill yourself.
oh yeah,
Oh,
And that would happen
yeah.
like twice a week.
I've reached the point where I've reached the level of like being shown to the public where I now get like gifs of people loading guns posted on like every couple of videos, you know?
Jeez.
Cool shit.
Bro's on,
Shout out whoever did that.
You're like on the looks maxing side of the For You page probably, like
What's the looks maxing side of the For You
where
page?
like it's like borderline like incel shit.
Oh,
I thought looks maxing was just like
No,
Washing
it
your
like
face.
took
You mean-
it took a hard left turn at some point, and now it's
kind
like
of a hard
gone
right turn, really.
Yeah, talk about a hard right turn. Like it like I think it's like slowly devolving into like some crazy incel shit.
Looks
it's
Max
like
is
it's like
like-
with corecore as well. Like corecore, there's a side of corecore where it's like really really insanely like far right shit now.
Are you serious?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to explain so much shit to my mother when she listens to this episode.
I'm so sorry to Michael's
So
mother.
wait, I thought, and
No,
again,
Corecore's
I've
gotten,
been
like-
off of TikTok for like a year. I
Yeah.
thought Corecore was like girls like doing coquette stuff and like everything was ironic and it was like Luke
No,
Lobad.
no. Corecore is more of like
It's like
just
YouTube
putting
poop, but
putting
brought-
together like a bunch of videos that you will find meaning in them being strung along
Yeah.
in some sort of way.
okay,
So
okay.
it's like people complaining about their finances with Aphex Twin in the background. It's like capitalism sucks, man.
When
Like
did
and then
Aphex
it's like a
Twin
massive-
get
I
adopted into like
don't-
the alt-right grift.
whoa,
Did it?
Did it?
Yeah, there's one song. I don't know the name of
I
it 'cause
think
I don't listen to Aphex Twin
anything
like
that gets deep enough into internet culture eventually becomes like for like a couple weeks a symbol of like alt-right shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're like using Jersey Club remixes on like
Jersey Club is alt-right.
like,
You heard it here
recruitment
first.
TikToks. Like I hate every time the alt right like finds something and then they just like claim it and then it's no longer fun anymore. Like Pepe the Frog. I'm like,
And then
you
they
guys
have to
really
kill Pepe
ruined
the
that.
Frog.
Yeah.
But like it happens to because there's so much of that shit. Anything that is content eventually becomes alt-right content, and then
Yeah.
they find something new. But like who
Yeah.
knows?
I find it really annoying finding any clip of like a movie and it's got that like one fucking song over it. It's like the beta or not beta, the Sigma male.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
yeah,
dun, dun.
Rave by or Dark or whatever it's called.
I don't know. I'll put it in the video or
Yeah.
But it's like the same song and I'm sure if you heard it it'd be like, "Oh, that's that."
It's like it's a funk song.
Oh, yeah.
Some of those Brazilian funk songs are crazy. Like the dubstep.
I
Crazy.
love Brazilian funk. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that shit gets me going.
The really crazy ones. Have you like belongs actually in Cyberpunk 2077 is the game name?
We know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like the really fucking like this kind of hurts to listen to.
Are you sure that's not just hard style?
It's like Brazilian hard style dubstep funk.
That's fire.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I
Yeah.
love that.
It's really crazy.
I don't know where to
I'll send
expand
some
on
your way.
that.
No. That was
Is
a bit of a
that
dead end.
alt right?
Not yet.
Not
I think
yet.
it's too scary
That's
for
the correct
kids.
answer.
Yeah.
There should be an app where you should win money based on your ability to predict whether or not something gets claimed by the alt-right.
There's a stock market, but for whether or not for trends, specifically alt-right trends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it.
It's like, what's the timestamp on when Rick Owens is eventually going to get claimed by the alt-right community?
Well, there was that satanic panic thing with
There's
Rick Owens,
still
like,
a
last
huge satanic
my
panic.
God,
year and a
yeah.
half. Like I feel like it almost can't because moms are aware of Rick Owens as like
Yeah.
this is the devil, and if their kid got into it, it'd be to go against their alt-right mother.
But
It's
what's
true.
wild to me is that like there's so many misconceptions around what Satanism actually is.
Oh yeah.
And it's insane to me because Satanism is not devil worship. It has nothing to do with Christianity. It just has to do with rejecting organized religion outright.
Yeah, but you can't tell that to someone who sees like a pentagram and is like,
of course.
symbolism
They're
is
like,
all
"You're
symbolism
a
is
witch."
intentional. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just,
Bottoms
I don't
up
know
and the devil
why.
laughs.
Bottoms up and the devil laughs. I think my favorite one was I'm sorry to mention this, Saul, but the big red boots. There were a bunch of comments on like some video I saw. You just hate when I talk about the
Oh
big
no,
red boots.
is there satanic panic for the big red
Yes,
boot?
there is. I have screenshots of a bunch of people. Like someone put like, some random person who got seated, big red boots, was posting a picture of them, and some guy came along and like, just because they're red. He's like something about like these are like a symbol of the devil. He's hiding in plain sight. Like
Did this guy happen to feel a certain way during the Cold War as well?
what?
But yeah, it's like
Communism?
Yeah, like people would out their neighbors for wearing red.
Is this an attempt to segue into the bit you've been
It's
trying
like
to segue
McCarthy-
into?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
I
Yeah,
would
let's hear
love
about the bit.
I would love us to play a game of Karl Marx or Brenda hashtag.
I thought you
Oh,
were
this sounds
joking about
fucking
that, but
incredible.
I'm really fucking
No, I'm really
excited.
excited.
No, so today I've prepared for you a list of quotes.
Okay.
And you are going to determine whether it was said by Brenda hashtag or Karl Marx.
Are we working
love this.
together or against each other?
Yeah, can we? Is it a 1 versus 1 or can we? Team
Yeah,
up?
winner
Okay.
gets. I don't know. What does the winner get?
You gotta take one of our fit picks.
Fine.
Easy. You're good at it.
Yeah, I mean sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess so. Like decent. I can work a camera like a couple days out of the week.
This is too modest.
Yeah.
You gotta like. There's a balance here.
If we backtrack like 20 minutes ago, it's like, oh, I'm a fashion photographer.
Yeah.
I came up off of.
Well, it's crippling imposter syndrome because of that.
Okay.
Like it's like I feel illegitimate so much and so often. Not
We'll
to stray us
unpack that
from
later.
Karl Marx
Yeah,
and Brenda
yeah.
hashtag.
Okay.
Also, Brenda hashtag. If you see this, this is completely a joke. This is satire, similar to when
She's
I
starting
photoshopped
beef.
myself into a photo with you and Rick Owens and claimed it was real.
Brenda
Please.
hashtag posted a picture of me and Fiona the other day, or like that article of us.
Isn't that like 2 years old?
Yeah, don't know why.
All right.
So, yeah, I just want to make
She
this
was
clear
Michael
that, like,
Maxey.
if you're offended by this, I'm so sorry. I totally mean this as a joke, and I do think you're cool. We should hang out, even though you refuse to respond to my DMs.
God, we are
reply guy for
simping for
Brenda
Brenda
hashtag.
hashtag
This
on
is-
the podcast
this is
currently.
rough.
We're gonna have to cut you off in a second. You've hit your limit. Brenda hashtag, if you see this, I'm dead serious. I'm not fucking around.
Meet me in the ring, actually,
Yeah.
1v1.
Can we get a celebrity boxing match between Michael and Brenda?
No, it should be between.
be
No,
so
it should
crazy.
be between me and her. We're both German girls, and we're both like Rick mommy pilled. You know what I mean? Like this would
Do
be
you
an
want to fight her?
insane lineup. I would be so down. Like celebrity boxing match.
hates
Me
you.
and Brenda
Yeah, you gotta
hashtag.
have some-
Yeah, she hates me now. That's what's up, Brenda. So
Brenda hashtag known pair of kings listener.
Yeah. All right, wait. So
Okay.
let's hear it.
So I would like to start off with religion is the opium of the people.
That's Marx.
Yeah.
Was it opiate of the masses?
No, it's opium of the people.
Okay.
Congratulations, you did get this one right. It was
Huge.
very difficult.
Nice.
Number 2, the connections between and among women are the most feared, the most problematic, and the most potentially transforming force on the planet.
Wow, this makes this a harder game than I thought.
Holy
I'm gonna
shit.
say Brenda hashtag.
I'm gonna say Brenda hashtag.
This is Brenda hashtag quoting Adrian Rich.
Oh, so it's not even Brenda hashtag.
No, the words came out of her mouth. That counts.
Fair enough.
The words
Yeah.
did come out of her mouth. She did use this in an essay and was very adamant
The words came
about
out of
like-
her like
Yeah.
keyboard.
Okay. Next up. The environmental impact of counterfeit goods is unmeasurable as they have no regulations in an already illegal activity, labor exploitation, threat to public health because of chemical use in production. The stealing of people's ideas might be the smallest of issues.
That's Brenda hashtag.
Hashtag.
Correct. Brenda hashtag. You guys are good at this.
I got into Bagain. I think that was Marx.
Okay. The production of too many useless things results in too many useless people.
It's Marx.
Marx.
Correct. Damn. You guys are really good at this.
I'm
I read a
very-
lot of Brenda hashtag.
I read a lot of Marx.
And then finally, stop tagging me in Tabby Tinder thief content. I would never let a man
Marx.
into my closet.
Absolutely, Marx.
Yeah,
I
Marx.
remember him saying that.
He was
that
cunty.
that was in the epilogue to Communist Manifesto.
That is actually correct.
Cool,
I was
yeah.
really surprised that you got that one. And just in case you doubted me, I actually did bring evidence that it was quoted by Karl Marx, and I have it here for you today.
This is like an impact pod.
You actually made that. Oh shit! Can you need to send us that?
Please.
yeah.
do.
So I came ready.
Oh Jesus.
I can't believe you
Anyways.
were expecting us to make that joke. That's not a joke. Karl Marx said
Yeah,
that.
Karl Marx
I'm sorry.
did say that. That's incredibly offensive, actually.
I'm really
Goodness me.
sorry, Carl. I'm
But-
not sorry, Brenda hashtag.
Yeah, no, I honestly scrolling through Brenda hashtag for hours trying to find anything that resembled communism and Karl Marx for like an hour this morning was not what I planned or had in mind while I was like running around town, but this is something that I actually had to spend so much time trying to like accurately quote Brenda hashtag.
This is the first, or I don't think anyone's ever come with a game for us.
Correct.
Also, did you make the joke about doing this and then realize you had to actually do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you said that yesterday. Whoa.
My ankle was hurting.
Oh, cool.
He just
maybe
wanted
it's, maybe it's
to-
because you'd be walking around in the heels.
Yeah.
He wanted to elevate himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're still in frame.
Probably not. I should get down.
Yeah, that's right.
Your head would have been out of frame. Bro,
Yeah.
you gotta know you're blocking.
No, I said it. I completely told them and said jokingly that I was going to come prepared with a game of Karl Marx or Brenda hashtag. And then
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I should actually do that. And building that out honestly took an hour of my time today.
Making the games is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to play another round of artisanal clothing item or heavy machinery.
It's a good one.
That's
That's
Most
a
Sweetie
great
boots are
game.
titled like a cat.
Yeah.
You know, like excavator or something like that.
Gotcha.
PL002 or
Because I
whatever.
was going to come prepared with, is this just one of my European friends or a West Hollywood gay? And it would just be a photo of their outfit.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a good
What-
game.
How many of your Hollywood gay friends are West European?
Well, no, they would have to be a straight man living in Europe.
Oh, okay. So it just
So it's like,
can't be. It
like
can't
is he
exist.
gay or just European?
Okay.
Oh, tough one.
yeah.
No, and then I started to do that, and I was like, honestly, it's going to be easier for me to build the Karl Marx Brenda hashtag bit.
Yeah.
So,
Tight.
Damn. Okay, so let's unpack your imposter syndrome.
oh yeah.
Why is that so pervasive for
I
you?
think it's because I started in such a way that I felt was so illegitimate. You know,
Okay.
there was no substance to TikTok, to TikTokers, and what was the era of the hype house and all of that. And also because
Was this the Musical.ly era or like when?
this is 2020. This is like COVID 2020.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's when things started popping off for me, and I like had no real knowledge of fashion, the beauty industry, or how anything worked. My like only prior knowledge of like fashion was like hype beast like 2016
Yeah.
stuff. And I thought that was like high fashion because I did not know.
You like Supreme?
I did not
Wait,
know.
if you were
like,
around the hype house, they probably fucking love Supreme. Oh no, in 2020, that's
no, in
post
2020,
Supreme.
the only thing they knew was Brandy Melville. Like this is like I'm
They
talking.
like skinny women that much.
I know, right? But like, so for me, it was like amassing a following based off of something that I didn't even believe was real, and that I
okay.
felt was so illegitimate. And then getting jobs that are like real work
Yeah.
for international campaigns based off of like what I viewed as like student work.
Yeah.
Just because I had a following. So I had like this crippling imposter syndrome where I needed to like match my skill set to be able to like justify why people follow me rather than for the sake of fandom.
So one of the first memories, and I didn't put it together that it was you for a while, was you. It was a TikTok that you made that was like, it was you taking somebody else's photo on a rooftop, and you were like, just taking the pictures, and you were like, oh, I was brought along to this party just to take pictures of like my friends.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly that, but I guess there are two questions there. One, how much of using humor was to deflect that imposter syndrome and make it like, oh, like it's all sort of like a joke?
I mean, yeah, and I think as we say, like every joke has some like realness to it, where it was like very much being strung along as the help in a lot of certain situations as a photographer, or like being used and abused through influencers constantly. And it's like difficult for me to talk about it because I don't want to not acknowledge the fact that these are the people that are responsible why I have a following.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I was being like absolutely strung along and absolutely just like used for my ability to take a photo.
Yeah.
And like I think that also contributed to the imposter syndrome in a way, because then it's like, okay, this isn't just imposter syndrome of my talent and my ability to take an image. It's also imposter syndrome of like, who is actually my friend?
Yeah.
Like, who can I actually talk to when they don't want something from me? You know what I mean?
Yeah. We've got a cat in the couch.
Hello, Oscar.
Yeah.
So I think it's just been like navigating a lot of like personal relationships and like figuring out what that was. And then when you're also living with people and it's all a bunch of like 18, 19, 20-year-olds hyped up on drugs and like alcohol constantly, it becomes so messy.
Yeah.
It was a very, very strange time of my life. And it's honestly a blur at this point.
How, especially when you were coming up and taking these photos, and you said sort of being strung along as the help or just somebody to take photos.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were only there to serve these people as like the photographer?
Oftentimes, yes.
That's fucking
Oftentimes, yes.
terrible.
I felt like I was in the service industry for them.
Okay.
And I think it was because I didn't have as big of a following as them. And so, like, for me, it was like trying to gain the respect of like, I'm actually a photographer, I'm an artist, and
Yeah.
like, I actually do make good work. So it was fine tuning my skills, transitioning into like more of a fine art pathway, shooting like bigger campaigns and like things that were legitimate work, which is what I do nowadays.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like I kind of needed to fight for my space in that room in a
Yeah.
very, very weird way.
Somebody shut up.
Sorry. Got
No,
the
you're all
goal.
good.
But it was like constantly battling for validation from numbers, which was
Yeah.
horrible.
Is that, I mean, you're very big now. How many followers? You have like 300,000 followers on Instagram?
400,000 on Instagram, and then 2.5 million on TikTok.
So,
and then like
Jesus.
a few 100,000 on Snap.
Like, Jesus, I
Snapchat?
haven't thought about
Yeah,
Snapchat forever.
yeah.
Has that now changed the relationship with anybody that you spoke to previously that like wouldn't give you the time of
Oh,
day?
absolutely.
Has that been really weird?
Absolutely. It happens constantly, and I used to get so angry about it, but now I can't blame them because that's the way that their brain has been trained. I call it like content brain, algorithm brain, and it's just the way that they view life. And some people, you cannot blame them for it because they are stuck playing this horrible game. And so I pity them. And so I don't come from a place of anger anymore with it, where it's like, this is just the way that it is and
Yeah.
the path you took. And I can't be mad at you for it because it makes sense for what you want to do,
Yeah.
you know?
So another question that I had was a huge, I guess, moment for you was Instagram changing. What exactly was it?
So
I remember
so
this.
Instagram's algorithm was serving
That's what it was.
video content higher with like a higher priority than photo content.
Yeah,
And for me
it
as a
killed a
photographer,
lot of photographers,
yeah,
yeah.
it killed off an entire community on Instagram, and also
It was the entire focus on reels, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And so they were doing beta testing when I was in Belgium of like a new format that looked like TikTok. So you would open up
completely.
Instagram and it would like have the same scroll
Yep.
full frame thing where like 16 by 9 I think it is
Yep.
was like the photo standard now.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whereas before it was like 3 by 5.
Yep.
And so that was a crazy moment where it was like I drunkenly, jokingly posted a meme with a really shittily written change.org petition, and then it just like went incredibly viral, and like there were people doing video essays about it where they were like, this is so corny, this is written so poorly, and I was like, because I didn't mean for this to happen. And then it
Yeah.
became something where I had to very quickly find my stance on it and like legitimize it.
It put you in the room with Facebook, right? If I remember correctly.
It wasn't
Or
with
Meta,
Meta,
whatever the fuck.
but there were definitely, my name was said by Mark Zuckerberg himself, and I was like in a full-blown media war with Adam Mosseri, who's the CEO of Instagram.
Yeah.
And so like we were going like taking stabs at each other through the press with like BBC, Wall Street Journal, and we were just going back and forth. And that is when I received the media training of a lifetime.
Yeah.
When it's like 3 a.m. in Munich and you're on the phone with the Washington Post trying to back everything that you stand for in terms of like digital rights and like what it means to be an online creator and how the algorithm like directly impacts your ability to live and make money and ends meet. So
Yeah.
This had a pretty positive outcome.
yes,
right?
it did. So they wound up rolling back on the changes. They canceled the beta testing and they actually changed the algorithm back to serving photo content equally, but not quite equally.
Now it's like it prefers the carousels, right?
I don't know, and I'm exhausted by it.
Yeah.
That entire year, I was still being a boomer about making videos, and that entire like year, I had like no interaction on any of my like photos because that's all I was doing at the time.
Gotcha.
And
I know
now
that
I've given in.
When I was at Yale for my last year, a lot of the photographers there just could not. And it's something that when you apply to the grad school, they ask, do you have an Instagram? Would you be able to share it with us? Like, what is your, I guess, public-facing persona with your photos? This is kids in the MFA program. But a lot of them were seriously hamstrung for like 1 or 2 years because they couldn't build a following at all.
Yeah, and it's so insane how important it is to have a following as a photographer.
Oh, of course.
Because that work has absolutely nothing to do with your ability to take a photo.
Yep.
Like my Instagram page is like, you should never look at that in terms of my fine art and my actual
like your
technical
portfolio.
skills. My portfolio shows like stuff that actually makes sense, is very well composed and like has storytelling elements and formats that just would not fit well on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's like frustrating for me when people are like, well, this works a bit like commercial, or like this looks like viral photography, and it's like, yeah, because I have to be on social media.
Yeah.
It's like you should be able to differentiate the what is content and what is art when you're a photographer.
Yep.
Or just any sort of artistic creator, or
Yeah.
even like people that are in fashion, being able to like know when to be silly and goofy and like when something's serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any photographers, either within fashion or not, that you really look up to, that you emulate?
I love Helmut Newton. I'm a
Yep.
big Helmut Newton fan. I love Chogi Siok.
I don't know.
He makes really, really awesome film work.
Okay.
And then, yeah, those are my two favorites at the moment.
Is film something that you'd want to get into as an extension of photography?
Yes and no. I mean, I'm so married to the digital world and the digital camera that it's like very difficult for me to find time at this point
Yeah.
to really commit myself to film. I like know how to do it. I can develop my own film, and I've been experimenting with like different mediums within photography, but I don't think that in the near future I'll be shooting any campaigns on film.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
I only shot on film, and there is like a certain period that you get to. It's like, is this effort just like to be shooting on film? Is
it just because you want to feel like a 1975 song, or is
Yeah.
it because this is necessary to be shot on film?
Yeah.
The first one. Yeah.
So you also have a pretty incredible ability, either consciously or not, to make people really angry. online.
Yeah.
Like the one that really sticks out to me is when you were taking photos, and I think it was on your DSLR, and you drew like a circle, or you put a point on to frame
Yeah.
corners of buildings. People wanted you dead.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like even the photography community. So on her DSLR, she just put a point on like where.
Like with a Sharpie.
yeah.
Like
Just
on the
where-
viewfinder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted it to line up with a certain point. They're like, why don't you use the grid? Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it that way? They're like, this is so stupid. Why are you damaging your viewfinder?
You did that with a circle on your phone,
Yeah,
too.
I did it
Yeah.
with lipstick on my phone as
Yeah.
well.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, but you.
That's
like,
what I thought.
the photography people, and I feel like actual photographers be like, oh, it makes sense. Like, you could just wipe that off. Who gives a
Yeah.
fuck? But people, like, in your comments especially, were like, you're not a real photographer. Like, you know nothing about this. Like,
I love nothing more in
Yeah.
life than like older male photographers telling me I know nothing about photography.
with the Portra 400 girls in bras, men photographers.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
I
will
know
go
that-
to their
I know the
account
one.
and I'll be like, bro, you used an Instagram filter on your photo and you want to tell me I know nothing about photography.
Yeah.
I can't help but laugh. And like honestly, that's not who I want following me anyway. So like I just love to drum up the chaos of it.
Yeah, of
'cause
course.
the engagement goes crazy. I'm
You
a
have
grifter.
to make people a little mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
Those are the videos that do the
that's
best.
yeah, the Jacob Marvin Day method.
Jesus
Real.
Christ. People are so mean to that poor kid.
Yeah.
It's one thing, I feel like ideally you want to get people arguing and like fighting your side. I feel
Yeah.
like in a lot of his early videos, it was
He's
just
just
people
getting
like,
wrecked.
Yeah.
bro
Yeah.
needs to stop. Like, bro didn't cook
Fire
with this
emoji,
one.
fire emoji, fire emoji.
Yeah. Fucking poor Jacob, dude.
But also,
It's so
It's come
funny,
around now.
though.
It's
yeah,
come
and
around.
also
Funny.
such a like jolly and happy person. It couldn't get him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like, anytime
Have we
you
referenced? We're working our way through referencing the like group chat people we know.
yeah. In case anybody didn't know, there's actually a group chat that exists of the Freemasons of the fashion community.
The Freemasons. I don't count as a Freemason for the record.
Well, it's pretty much like the Illuminati of fashion.
Yeah, that's-
The Illuma what?
Yeah, wait, where did your handle come from?
It
Was
was-
it just
I
like
don't
a
know.
funny pun? Ha
It
ha
was
ha.
just funny, silly, goofy, haha.
Silly
Okay.
goofy haha.
Yeah.
There you go.
Silly, goofy, haha.
Nice.
Because my last name doesn't really have a ring to it.
Hmm.
Yeah. It has an umlaut in it, so like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really help.
hard to type that out.
If your
Yeah.
videos aren't getting views, it's because you're not in that group chat.
No, literally, I can
That's it.
guarantee you this. Shout out the Clothing Council.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to edit all of that out. No one can know.
Coming back to it though.
Yes.
So are you still looking to be behind the camera as a majority sense?
Son of a bitch. Oscar just dug his claws clean into my leg and then bit me when I got upset about it.
Damn. That's
And now he's
crazy.
walking off. See you later. It was
The
nice
ongoing
hanging out.
joke with Oscar is he's like Michael's abusive boyfriend, where Michael's like, nobody's so nice to me. He just gets mad sometimes.
He is so nice to me, but he's also the devil. I've never. I
He's
say
been
this
really
all the
nice to
time.
me, but I
He's-
think he's got to get close enough to you, or then he can start being mad.
I'm
too.
actually deathly allergic to cats, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm not touching him.
I'm
That's
pretty
fair.
allergic to cats as well.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy that he's around.
Yeah, he really makes my life better. There's another one that's around, but
Toast, yeah,
she's
she
she's
hides.
hiding. She will not come out.
Aw,
Wait, what was I asking? Fuck.
something.
Anyway,
ever
I wanted
just-
to ask about the crazy reply guys.
Crazy.
Because you
Oh,
must
God.
have
The
crazy,
Discord?
not even in your Discord, which is a separate thing. I was in there and I was like, wow, these people are obsessed with her, kind of in an unhealthy way. But like your Instagram,
You must know that if
requests
you are
must be
saying
insane.
this on a podcast with her, they will listen to it.
That's
Oh
okay.
no, they know I love them. It's Tati Colts. Like
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
as much as my Discord does have its like strange ways, and I've been kind of abusing them a bit. I've not been in there for a while just because I literally have not even had time of day to text my own friends back. Like I think that they're all like very silly at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like and when you actually like talk to people in my Discord, like they're really nice.
Yeah.
And like it's really quite wholesome. But it's very from like the first glance, it's terrifying.
Well, yeah, you just have a group of people like obsessed with you, almost like I don't know. It's like acolytes to a cult sort of shit.
Speaking of Discords,
Oh yeah, good
Pair of
catch.
Kings has a Discord.
Yeah.
It's our. Sorry, we gotta plug this.
No,
real
no,
quick.
please,
Yeah.
please.
we gotta do our
Pair of
plug.
Kings has a Discord. It's the happiest place in fashion, I think. And if you want to join it, you need to prove that you've listened to an episode by giving us a keyword or phrase. What is our Discord keyword this week?
Karl Marx.
Karl
Nice.
Marx. If you want to join the Discord, message us Karl Marx. If you want the Pair of Kings Instagram to block you, message us Brenda hashtag.
Nice. I
I'm
like
really
it.
glad we aligned on that.
But you like, do you have any crazy reply guy stories? I also can't really imagine what it's like as a woman on the internet, especially a popular woman on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely like I definitely have had like a thick skin. I think I've also spent so much time in like MLG lobbies and Minecraft survival games, like chat sections.
Were you a Hunger Games?
Yeah, like
Oh.
I've spent enough time like when I was really young, like
Yeah, yeah.
gaming as
Yeah.
a girl,
Yeah.
gamer girl
Gamer
alert,
girl.
where like I kind of have been so desensitized to those types of comments that it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
So like when somebody says, and I quote, "I want to bleach my teeth with your discharge," like.
Jesus Christ.
Like
Holy.
that was like I just go haha and scroll. Like I'm just like it's mildly concerning at times because I don't want those types of people following me, but it's like at the same time I can't help but like laugh a bit. At the same way like that Jacob Marvin Day laughs at bro was on to nothing. Like it's each comment section has its own, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still reeling from I want to bleach.
Yeah,
my
no,
teeth.
it's definitely crazy because I'm just like how like I understand when they comment this on like Livy Dunn's section or like just like
Livy Dunn.
popular like
Oh,
internet girl.
the Risk King girl. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Livy Dunn.
Like those types of people, but like for me it's like I don't understand how you got here because I'm not like a thirst trappy kind of person. I'm not
Yeah.
like doing TikTok dances. I'm doing a photography tutorial.
I think the thing
or-
is that there's no way to escape that
Crazy
from
men on the
Yeah,
from, like,
as like
dudes.
being a woman on the internet,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
especially like with more male interests being like technology, photography is like male dominated. Same thing with like a lot of like the fashion and stuff that I'm into. So
Yeah.
you know, it's
Girls
like
in Rick.
Girls in Rick. I've never seen that before.
Jesus Christ.
That one.
Free Sammy's quaking right now.
The fuck, I was gonna say the
Free Sammy?
the free the
like I'm
the
Googling a
reason
lot
I
of
didn't
stuff
want to
this
join TikTok. Free Sammy has that TikTok that's like, I'm starting to feel like Rick girls don't exist.
What?
Yeah.
Haunts my dreams.
What do you mean?
Just horrible. Just
Was that ironic?
Well, he posted something where he was like, I'm starting to believe that like women who wear Rick online don't exist in real life or like some shit like that. He's a really nice kid though.
Was that
believe
like a
it.
bait? Like, oh,
No,
like,
it was a bait. It was a bait for them
Okay.
to like stitch it and be
Oh,
wearing
yeah,
Rick
yeah.
Owens.
I never even watched that part. I just saw the screenshot and I was like, I hate this kid, and I left.
He's really nice.
Sorry, Sammy. You are.
Well,
He's probably
it was
really
a,
nice.
It was a cringe TikTok. I'm not gonna lie, but he's really nice.
yeah, I you know, I
Like-
can
like,
separate the art from the artist.
Absolutely. Like I say some like very choice things about like some of these like fashion accounts, but like I know a lot of them in real life and they're all very, very nice people.
Right.
But like I'm contributing
The
to
cringe
the meme
comes
of
for
shitting
us
on
all
Corey Infinite,
eventually.
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
A
gonna
healthy
happen.
amount.
Yeah, we're cringe. It's fine.
Pair of Kings can be cringe too.
Pair of Kings can be
we've
cringe
been
too.
cringe since we started.
Pair of Kings.
I've been cringe this entire day.
Pair of Kings is cringe. Dude, that one guy's
Pair of
inflection is cringe.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
No headphone warning for that one.
Yeah, it's a good thing we can't separate the audio levels on this, so you're gonna have to listen to that as loud as it was.
So I'm also curious. You obviously somebody that's terminally online. I
Yeah.
say that with your own words.
Yeah.
You photographed Ela Klein. Are there any internet personas that you have wanted to work with that are like from your time of like being?
Specifically internet personas, I have always wanted to photograph Smosh.
Oh
my
And they just got back
God.
together too, right?
Yes, and I really want to do like a really awesome like high-end editorial of them. Like my like thing
Smosh
that-
is my like age group,
yeah.
Smosh
yeah, like
fucks.
but I guess they.
they broke up and now they're back together.
Okay.
They
But
got their
they got the
IP
band
or
back
their
together.
IP back. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
but basically, like all of these, YouTube or early YouTube internet legends, and a lot of these internet legends have never been like properly photographed, and
You
it's
gotta
something.
get Fred in the Luke Blowvad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like there's all of these amazing moments that like it's just taking like the right person sending a DM or me
Yeah.
sending a DM at the right time to get them to respond and set something up. Like I would love. I'm like back and forth with Jeremy Fragrance constantly. We can't make it happen. Like the Jeremy
I'm so sorry
Fragrance.
about
it's
him.
okay. Like
Tried to
I'm like.
fucking chomp.
When is this actually happening? I want to do like a real
Oscar.
fashion editorial with Jeremy Fragrance.
He
That'd be
stuck to your
crazy.
side.
That's what I'm saying.
He'd be. I feel like
He's
hard
down
to photograph.
for it. It's just like either I'm in Munich and he's in LA, or he's in LA, I'm in, it's like any number of things.
Jesus Christ! You just launched him.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's here biting feet.
Yeah.
He gets launched.
But like,
I'd love to see an editorial with like Ray William Johnson.
yeah,
That'd be
or like
crazy.
Vsauce. Like if we
Oh.
like put Vsauce and Yoji, like that'd go crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
So give us, what would you put Smosh in?
I think we should turn them into Heady Boys.
Both of them?
Absolutely.
That'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
Do they still have the hair for it? Or
we
are they
can, we
like
can give them the hair for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's but I got an awesome hair girl, and shout out Angelina. She can literally like turn anyone into anything. It's insane.
You gotta put what, Smosh in the cocaine core?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Like that would be an insane project.
That'd be really funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely, I mean, it's not definitely, I know there is a group of, and like you said, there's nobody doing this. There's nobody really like.
I mean, Heaven by
What
Mark
the fuck?
Jacobs in a way is trying to do it, but it's like in a very
seems a little disingenuous.
No, I was literally gonna say it's very disingenuous.
They got Michael Imperioli just to like be there.
No, and I'm just like, guys, this is not how you should be doing it. It's not like the flavor of the month. You have to like actually like look for the shock factor in it in a sense. Like that's not completely shocking, and it's also not entirely connected to Gen Z. Like there's an entire era of people that have gone so undocumented for so long, where it's like if Jenna Marbles was in a Move Blair
Oh.
campaign,
Oh my
people would
God.
shit their
That's-
pants.
Do you
Yeah.
know Brad Tromel?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
He's very good. So he did a report recently on Heaven by Mark Jacobs and just like why they do it in the way that they do. And essentially like they just got, for that one long couch ad, it's the clout bombing report, but essentially they do it just because there's so many people within like the subculture of New York that are popular. And by putting so many of them in the frame at one time, all of your feed, no matter where you looked, would be this photo of people in Heaven by Mark Jacobs.
It's
Yeah.
like
And they were,
everyone
like,
posting their
impossible to
couch
avoid.
segment and everyone posting their friend's couch segment on their story
So it made
and
it
like
impossible to avoid, and it made it seem so much bigger than it was and so much more relevant than it was. Because, like 5 months later, nobody gives a fuck.
That's literally what content houses would do back in the day.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's hilarious that it's the same model from like back in 2020 where you just
Yeah.
get round them all up. It's like the MagCon method, you know?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I guess no one talks about Heaven anymore.
Yeah.
I have not heard about that shit since the Deftones thing.
I promise you, in 2 or 3 months, they're going to do some other concert. It's going to be with... Oh, they already did one with Doja Cat, but whoever's
Yeah. They're
like...
gonna
They'll
do
do it with
Bjork.
Ice Spice or
Bjork.
Bjork.
I cannot.
They actually I
okay.
don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Ice Spice was supposed to open for the Deftones one.
Okay, can I have a hot take moment?
Go crazy, yeah.
I can't with Ice Spice.
Really?
Yeah.
Ice Spice rocks.
Like, okay.
That could be good or bad. I can't with.
I can't with because of the fact that like all of these like PR companies and like these like even Taylor Swift is just like, oh, this person is culturally relevant to Gen Z. Let's just plaster her face on fucking everything.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and it's just like
that's-
clout mongering using Ice Spice, who like hasn't even really developed as a celebrity for it to be like
She's been around for 9 months now?
yeah, like it's insane to me like how quickly companies were to jump on the Ice Spice train just because they wanted Gen Z eyes. And it's like it works sometimes, yes, but it's like
So your problem isn't with Ice Spice, it's with the PR company managing Ice Spice?
yes.
It's
Okay,
with
thank
the-
you for
the-
saving me from
yeah.
all of that. You know, that could have been real bad actually.
You're talking to 2 official munches, so I don't
Yeah,
think that we
so
can...
we're actually
detail.
the presidents of the Munch fan club.
The Munchkins, if you will.
The Munchkins.
I'm gonna have to go get surgery again on my head after this.
What's that? Okay, why am I being really stupid? What's the term? Industry plant.
Yeah,
that
no,
kind of
it,
thing.
it
I don't
gives
know if
industry plant.
I mean,
She's not.
the way that she's
Yeah.
been managed. I think she might have been an industry plant if we're being serious.
Perhaps.
Because her first song was
Mayhaps. Sorry.
no, she might have been an industry plant. But I mean, there are much worse industry plants. There's that
Yeah.
one guy who's like the fake punk dude that I had to block because he's super fucking annoying.
I probably know what you're talking about.
Give me a second. I'll remember it. It's
Youngblood?
Youngblood. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh god,
That guy is so
Youngblood.
fucking annoying. I'm sorry, Youngblood. Your internet presence is terrible.
Bring Me the Horizon used to be a deathcore band.
Really?
Yeah, you don't. Oh, you actually genuinely don't know that.
No.
That's crazy.
Ollie
Well, I don't
Sykes
know
is
much
cool,
about
though. I've photographed him before. He's really nice.
I'm sure he's really
Yeah.
nice, but again, his internet presence is so fucking annoying.
Well, it's because whoever's like, we should pair you up with MGK. It needs to be shot dead in the street.
yeah, because
Because, like, Ollie Sykes is cool. Like, he's a nice guy. He's done some awesome projects and, like, aesthetically, like, not supposed to be making music with MGK or, like, clout mongering to Gen Z.
The song he did with the song "Bring Me the Horizon" did with Lil Uzi Vert was actually kind of good.
It kind of goes. That goes.
Yeah, kind of goes. That's the one. That's like not the one, but that is one of the bands I never expected would like carry with me into like. Bring Me the Horizon to me was like Warped Tour headliners.
Yeah.
I remember them as like horrible screaming music. And they like are one of the few bands from that era who just kind of adapted with the times, and
Yeah.
that's kind of cool
My
to see.
nephew in Germany is 14 or 15, and he literally only talks about Bring Me the
Widowy?
Horizon. He literally is the biggest Bring Me the Horizon fan in the world.
oh, why is it?
Yeah.
But has he heard the like the stuff they used to
he
make?
has heard every single
Okay.
Bring Me the Horizon
He's
track.
Horizon pilled.
Yeah.
He goes
He's
to
Sykes
shows
maxing.
with my half brother, who's his dad. Yeah, that would make sense. They like go to Bring Me the Horizon shows together and like festivals.
Tight.
Like since he was like 13.
Damn.
He's obsessed, and it's like the cutest thing ever. And I gave him a Polaroid of Ollie Sykes as a present.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like like you and I especially, I don't want to speak for Michael because you're a little bit older, but as people who have really been on the internet terminally
Yeah.
for a long time, it's weird to see companies and PR companies like figure it out and co-opt the way
Oh.
that it works into like serving their own content so quickly and like, if we're being honest, effectively.
That's almost. I've been online as long as you have,
but I
longer
don't
than
wanna,
you
I don't
have.
want to speak for you, but
Yeah,
we're,
yeah.
we're
I
talking
mean,
about Captain Sparkles, and you're like, who the fuck is that?
I think that we're still in a space though where they're getting it horribly wrong, because it's like if you want to have something that matters to Gen Z, then you would be putting Captain Sparkles as the face of Heaven by Marc Jacobs.
You got to beat him to the punch, though.
What do you mean?
You
I
put Captain
have to?
Sparkles in some fucking.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
Jordan Marin, please.
That's
hit me
what
up.
I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm really messing with your audio.
Oh,
every
it's
time I
fine.
do that.
Peaking
That's
is
fine.
cool.
I do it like almost.
We don't care about our listeners hearing.
No, I have to apologize because I literally do this with my headphone microphones as a
Oh,
joke
yeah,
on
you stick it in your
FaceTime
mouth.
and
Yeah.
stick it in my mouth.
Yeah.
So every time I have a microphone or holding something, like I just can't help but do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just feel like they're still missing the mark on what's actually culturally relevant to Gen Z, and they're just kind of guessing the flavor of the day rather than like looking at us holistically as an online generation
Yeah.
and finding like what we actually connected with.
Well, yeah. I mean, the technique right now that's most common is just paying people on, rather than doing one marketing campaign and just serving Instagram ads, you pay 30 people on TikTok and then boost all the posts, and like 2 of them will do really well. And then people are like, oh, everybody's actually wearing Heaven by Marc Jacobs. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, guys, I hate that we have.
You're pretty good at that to the point where like you do it. I'm like, oh, like
Yeah, it's like it's too good. It's like not funny good anymore. It's like you practiced.
Yeah, you're like kind of weirdly dedicated to that bit.
you're like in the mirror, like
Is it? There's more down and up, and
No,
less.
the one that I practiced actually is this one. The this with your finger.
but is this being
Well, no,
used?
it's like when you wave your finger and see how it like looks like it's like wiggling.
Oh, like bendy pencil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I practiced that one in the mirror. I'm not gonna
Cool.
lie.
I practiced how to jerk in the mirror.
I really thought
Back
you
when
were
the new
okay,
boys-
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sorry.
okay,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
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 that
no.
was.
I was
It's a lot more
I
innocent
was
than
like,
that.
I was like on the edge of my seat there for a second.
No. Like when new boys were popular, was that and like SpongeBobbing? Do you remember that dance?
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, I remember
can do that.
practicing that, and then I practiced how to
I won't do it
Gangnam
for this.
Style.
Yeah.
I'm not standing up right now, but I can
I'd be
do it.
practicing Fortnite dances.
I would love to know how to default dance. I think
Oh,
that'd be
I
so
can do it.
funny.
I can do
you
it.
can do the
It's so
full
fun.
default dance.
Yes,
That's pretty impressive.
Yes.
Will you
All right,
teach
I'll
us
have
how to
get you
default dance?
Yeah.
Default?
It's
mayhaps.
I think either or.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So again, as a fashion photographer, as a woman in fashion photography especially, there are no shortage of just like creepy fucking men, right?
Yeah.
There was Terry, whatever the fuck his name is, who used to shoot all like the
Oh.
Supreme campaigns. Just like horrendous person. Have you found that models are more prone to working with you because you are a woman? And do you feel like it gives you better photos or different photos than men who may be working in the same space? Obviously everybody has their own style.
I
but-
mean, if you look at my work, you'll find that like nothing is ever sexual or like sexualized.
Oh yeah.
And I think that that is something that we see with a lot of male photographers is like just because of being inherently male, the way that you view women through the eyes of a camera.
It's like the
is-
Virgin versus the Madonna, but either
Yeah.
both of them are sexualized.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Where it's like just even the way that like I direct my models or pose them or conceptually, it's like that's not really a topic that I address, especially when shooting female subjects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not about for me like looking beautiful or like making a print that would be aesthetically pleasing to hang in my roommate's house or my like friend's house, but
Yeah.
like it's more so about like storytelling and turning people into things that are like larger than life.
Sure.
Like I don't capture hot girl. Like I don't. That's not something that just is what I'm interested in shooting. Because quite frankly, it's lazy. It's
Yeah.
we've done this for decades, for hundreds of years at this point. Like since the dawn of time, we've just documented women as beauty. When it's like there's more that you could be adding to this story or
Yeah.
like changing the narrative to something else. And so I do think that women love, like female models love to feel beautiful. Like they love an image of them that like captures them in the most like pleasing light. And so like that doesn't take away from male photographers' work of like documenting women in like a moment of beauty.
Sure.
But that shouldn't be sexualized at the same time. It doesn't
Yep.
have to be sexualized unless that's like something that you're going for, model consents to, then, like good for you guys, but that's just not something I'm interested in doing. So I find that people and specifically like female or female presenting models come to me often because of the fact that I've had so much fucking caffeine. I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good.
You're great.
Because of the fact that like it's different and it's
Yeah.
unique and it's like a different angle or something that would serve them well in their book for the sake of it being just not hot girl.
Well, yeah, it's not woman as object. It's woman as woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean that type of work is still popular. There's
Well, of course. There's always there's dudes
always
in
an
your
audience for
DMs
that.
who are
but it's always very interesting to me when like the other day I saw this photographer had shot one of my friends. She's very beautiful. Caucasian, blonde, blue eyes, tan, skinny, just as textbook, like you think of like a stereotypical like model. That was this girl.
Sure.
And I was looking at this photographer's feed because I felt like he did her dirty. I was like, this, like editing is not very like suitable. This, framing is a little bit like strange. I was like, who is shooting you that's like getting this so wrong for the sake of like vibes? You know what I
Sure.
mean? And I looked at his page and he had 700,000 followers. He is the go-to person for shooting guest campaigns. So he
okay.
shoots all of the guest campaigns. And I literally screen recorded and I scrolled until I could find a person of color. That was,
so like old American or not American Express, excuse me. American Eagle? Like only
yeah.
Caucasian.
So I literally scrolled until I could find like any form of diversity. I was like, just somebody that's not a white woman that is stick thin in a bikini or in like something that could not be worn out on the street.
Yeah.
And I could not find it. And
Yeah.
this man is like one of the leading photographers in the industry.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is shocking how much like we still have not changed.
Yeah.
And how much like this industry will not change,
Well, Again, I think that it goes back to like what works for fashion photography for fashion people, but what works for fashion photography for not fashion people.
Yeah.
And if you want to market to like dads in the Midwest, like stick thin Caucasian woman is going to play much better than, I don't know, anything else probably, just because it comes up in their feed and they're like, oh, great.
Yeah, but even if you are the photographer, don't you think that your book is going to have something more than just that?
Listen, I'm not advocating for it at all.
No,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
I know you're just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, of
But
course.
it's like,
To play devil's advocate.
If I may.
tips Fedora. Sorry, I didn't
You
mean to
bonked
hit-
him on his little
I
head.
didn't mean to bonk you. Yeah,
You'd
it's,
think you'd
you would
want
think
some sort
that
of
at least like on
range or
Instagram
diversity. Yeah.
or like for your own personal work or editorial
But
work.
it works for them.
yeah.
And I guess because it works, they don't change it.
Yeah.
They don't, like, I don't know. They just don't see a problem with it.
I mean, if
No.
you want to be the go-to guy for
guess.
guests or I don't know who's still making.
But it's just shocking to me
Really?
that like even in your personal work, that's you making the conscious choice
Yeah. Oh.
not to shoot a person of color, not
Yeah.
to shoot somebody that's not a size 0 model that's barely the age of 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's kind of like strange for your personal book,
Yeah. That's
you
weird.
know? And I mean, like, even when you're presenting a book to a brand, you should have some diversity.
Yeah.
Like, as a courtesy, of course. No other reason whatsoever.
Just, you know.
At all. Okay, I really hope people watch this with video so they can see, like, my hand
Oh
motions.
no,
and
it's
shit.
clear you're being
Okay,
very.
cool.
Yeah. Don't
Cool.
worry about it.
You know,
We take this podcast very seriously. Everything on here
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You will be held accountable.
Slay! Can't wait to be held accountable. Boots.
Yeah. Jesus. So with Fashion Week, what are you looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to going to Bad Binge Tong Tong's show.
Yo.
And
Well,
I
you
want to
Me
say
too.
there.
I want to say thank you because you helped me get an invitation to the show last year.
I did.
And Terrence and I wound up becoming friends over the internet, and
that's
I
great.
started photographing his work in LA. So I
I was
pull
at
from
that
him all
show
the time.
last year.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna get.
I was
I
there
get
as well.
kickbacks from this.
What do you mean?
You owe me money. Is the joke?
Okay, slay.
Boss tweed shit.
Okay, perfect.
This was your brief stint as a
Yeah,
as
I worked as a PR girl.
No.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it, like, and you know, I wouldn't have shot a lot of these like works and pieces like if it weren't for you. So I want to.
I'm always happy to help. No, seriously.
And so it was also my favorite show that I went to. So
I'm sad I missed it.
I'm sad you missed
It's
it too
really
because
cool.
it was really
I think
cool.
I was sick or I was working in Boston. I think I got sick. I got COVID.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
had
it was.
Yeah.
COVID.
I
I
had
remember
fucking
this.
COVID. That sucked.
Yeah, and I think this show honestly like made him pop off.
Yeah.
Like
it
his-
was that and the like Giaquan wedding dress.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Or
crazy.
Rina Sawayama wore it first, I'm pretty sure. But
Oh, you
But-
might activate the soundboard.
Oh yeah.
Oscar, don't turn off the recording, please.
I love you, Oscar, but
He
you're
just
a
wants
horrible
to
podcast
be like you.
co-host.
Yeah. Pros and cons of cat.
Yeah.
he comes and lays on my keyboard pretty much any given moment.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like Slack messages from me.
Just J.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like random letters and then sorry, cat.
That's like cat keyboard like 101.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, okay. Things that I'm not looking forward to. I am not looking forward to the lack of sleep. I like just had a surgery a week ago, and so I'm still like recovering from it, and I hate how little sleep I get. And I'm also not looking forward to seating politics.
Oh, just
yeah.
having to be on always.
Yeah, there's that. Like having to be on constantly, and then not looking forward to
Did you say seating or seeding?
But
Seating?
well, honestly,
Kinda
Like
both.
the
Yeah.
seating politics of like who sits front row, like blah 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 blah. I hate that shit. I'm like, it does not matter.
Yeah.
Like
I like the thing is it matters so much to the people that it matters to.
yeah, and I'm
Like,
just like
again, in my
fuck
brief
off.
stint as a PR girly, there was somebody who showed up. They had 3 million followers on Instagram, clearly fake. Like all of their photos had maybe like 2,000 likes on them, like no interaction. And again, buy your following, like whatever. But it was like, if they want to come to your show, they will be sitting front row. We don't want them next to anybody like X, Y, or Z. And I was like, first of all, who the fuck are you?
This is just a glorified trade show. Why do you care so much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's at the end of the day, that's really what this is. It's like one weird long convention, and it's like you're just going to these like trade shows.
Literally,
Well,
it's
no,
like a convention.
no, it's like it's that's why it's so confusing to me on like somebody that I feel is still kind of like outside looking in. It's like, why do you care so much to be seen at this event?
Yo, you want me to go into this real quick?
Please, because
With
this is
fashion
so annoying.
especially, and I was talking with Michael about this, this also contributes to really fucked up dynamics between men in fashion and younger, either men or women in fashion. But fashion is inherently so narcissistic and so much, or so far entangled with beauty and like youngness and like relevance even, that being sat in the front row or being next to somebody who's relevant or even just appearing at a show and being in a photo that gets posted on Instagram not only confirms but lends credence to that perception of not only self but the external perception as them as a relevant figure. And so unlike other industries where it doesn't really matter about the self, it matters maybe about work, right? Like Mark Zuckerberg is cool, great, good for him. However, he has a company that like does really well, right? But for influencers, when their entire brand and their entire money-making scheme is, again, the self and beauty and relevance and by who they hang out with, and I'm sure you know, with the hype house and like people, you know, either battling to get in or whatever it is, my point is being observed as relevant, even if it isn't genuine, is almost as relevant as actually being in the sphere and being beautiful and whatever it is. You can
Perception
sort of fake
is reality.
Exactly.
You know, it's like it's for me. It's like going to these events and it's like, why does everybody care so much about this one person? And it's like just because they show up there and they just, you know, like have been seen around in the city enough. And this is like me coming as somebody from LA, where it's like, why do we care so much about like these horrifically like superficial things that like bastardize the entire concept that is the art of fashion?
Yeah, everybody else does too. I mean, I guess it's hard to not care about something that everybody else cares about.
Yes,
it's like going to a Super Bowl
perception is
party.
reality. It's
Exactly.
It's like you have to play the game, and it's like I think that it's funny. The less that I play, the more invites I get, and the more, you know, like people want me there. And it's like, well, why do you want me there? It's like what I'm asking, rather than like, you know, I have no reason to go post your brand. I have no reason to be at your show. So why would you invite me?
Yeah,
it's like, you know, there's people being paid to go there. There's people that are, you know, I'm not going to be using my platform to like post your brand if I have like no intent on like supporting it.
Exactly.
I don't want to be there just to be seen. It's like if I wanted to be seen, then I could go pull off a stunt in the middle of Times Square right now and get the same like weird interaction and weird eyes on me that people seem to love. And I don't love that. Yeah. You know, it's like so strange to me.
Yeah.
People get paid insane amounts of money just to attend parties that a ton of people want to just go to because someone's getting paid
That's
to go
midnight
there.
rodeo, right? I mean,
yeah.
they just let like 100 and something
somebody
people
that I
in
knew
and then leave everybody
paid
else in
like
line.
somebody paid them like $45,000 to go to a Ralph Lauren event.
Yeah.
Like it's everything is fake. Nothing is real.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I mentioned earlier, these TikTok campaigns where they just pay people obscene amounts of money to just like, this is actually what I'm wearing today. Like, just as much as the people want to be conferred with the brands to confirm that like self-identity and self-importance, the brands want to be associated with the people because it makes them seem of the people or attainable or whatever it is. It's crazy. It's really fucked. Like a lot of these events that I've gone to, and they've been really fun. I've loved meeting people. And again, I'm such like I'm very divorced from like Instagram or TikTok like followings. And I'll meet people and they're wonderful and it's great. And they'll have no following and I'll be great. Like I don't really give a fuck. And then people will show up who I know have big followings. And I guess we could talk about it after the pod, but just weird experiences with people who have big followings appearing and like being the worst and then disappearing.
I've
Not necessarily
literally
the worst,
seen
but
it
just, like-
happen where somebody more important than you, in terms of a creator, will walk into the room and the person that you are talking to will literally start looking through you at that person that's bigger
That's
than you.
fucked.
Yeah.
I have never felt more Black Mirror experiences in my life than during Fashion Week and feeling completely invisible in front of somebody that was just speaking to you, giving you their full intention.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's so hypnotized with these numbers that are so not real to begin with. And it's always very ironic because oftentimes that person that they're looking through you at is not a good person in their core values.
Or they're just
and
not like fun to talk to.
They're not
or
like
hang
a
out
good
with.
person to speak to, and they honestly, at the end of the day, many of them don't even have a real talent or any skill or anything to offer in terms of like.
Real quick, do you know that British guy that made the fake Yelp restaurant? It was
Yeah.
So what if we
Wait,
did that?
what's
We
this?
he just like figured out, because he used to write fake Yelp reviews as a job. He made like a fake restaurant in his backyard that was like, he got through gaming the system to be like the top restaurant in Great Britain, and had people calling him and like, I will give you $15,000 if you get me a table tonight. And he had no intention of seating anybody. However, I think it'd be funny to take somebody, and I guess there are people who try and do this, but
He
voluntarily.
did that during Fashion Week in Paris.
Oh, did he just
pulled
bought a
off the
following or
same-
something?
He pulled off the same stunt. Like he made himself appear to be like this very important fashion figure.
Fuck, I wanted to do that.
Wore rep jeans from like a street market, and then an outfit made of cinder blocks, and made a scene
great.
outside of the shows, wearing an entire like garment made out of cinder blocks.
That's great. Shout
Just-
out to that
tight.
guy.
Just like the most avant-garde, like the stupidest things he could think of.
That's
he
great.
did that, and
Yeah.
people like he was documented for like Vogue Streetwear and stuff.
That's so sick.
It's
good
so
for him.
yeah.
The
So
other
Witty so based.
I do really like when you meet someone who's just like a regular, nice, down to
Oh,
earth
fuck
person,
yeah.
and then you find out like an hour later, like, oh, they're like famous.
You know who's really down to earth and actually very fun to hang out with?
Me?
Duh. You know Christian? Vans the Met Gala.
No,
I forget his old
vaguely, yeah.
username. We had him on the podcast. We hung out a few times. He's just like nice dude, has a dog, very into like boxing. We talked about Yu-Gi-Oh for like an hour and a half. And I'm like, oh, you're a normal guy. Like
Hell
sick.
yeah.
I feel like your benchmark of good person is, can you talk to them about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Well, no, because I've
like
I've
normal
had
person.
conversations with fashion people and they like don't look you in the eye, and
Yeah.
it's really annoying. Like
It's
I'm like,
insane.
Sometimes that's because they like don't respect you, and sometimes that's because they don't look anybody in the
no,
eye.
but again, like you can, I
'Cause
think
they're
voluntary or not feel. You can consciously feel when they are not looking you in the eye.
for like mean reasons and for like awkward reasons.
Yeah.
Well, it's also about consistency, where it's like if somebody's known to not look people in the eye,
Yeah.
or like they express.
Bro, is this guy an eye looker?
No,
Does he look
no,
nice?
but you know what I mean. It's like if you are like if let's say Miranda Priestley is consistently an asshole, everybody just kind of knows. Well, that's just Miranda, but we love her anyways. Then like that's the way that it is. But if you're somebody
Yeah.
that's inconsistent with whether or not you display asshole tendencies often, or you're just a regular schmegular
Never let them know your next
good
move.
person, you know, then like I think that the more important part of this is consistency. It's
Yeah.
like there,
Oh, yeah, of
you
course.
notoriously have social anxiety. People kind of know that. They just
Yeah.
know what to expect.
Yeah, of
But
course.
if you're somebody that's inconsistent with like switching between asshole and nice person, then it's like
Why
mixed
are you switching?
the
messages.
asshole or the nice person for
Then,
today?
Yeah. It's like that's kind of like, huh? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one thing, and again, I've been doing this podcast for 3 years, but one of the really cool things that I've seen through it, and save for some guests who were just awkward, and I don't think that they were necessarily like prepared to talk for an hour and however long we do it, but it's shown me that people who are both really small and people who are really big are, at the end of the day, normal people who also have imposter syndrome or really fucking hate when people don't look them in the eyes and
Yeah.
shit like that. And we've, for the most part, steered clear of people who are chasing clout or only after it for like a number or confirmation of a number. And there are some people who we have had episodes with and deleted because they are terrible people. But very clearly in those episodes, it was like, that's clear.
Every
That's
single
what they're after.
podcast guest except for
Yeah, I've heard about. They did some crazy shit back in the day.
Oh, it was terrible. They came on the podcast and said,
You're really trying to find a bad thing to say that's not like so bad
Well,
you
no, you
can't
put
say
the
it right
American
now.
Idol thing over that way. It's
Yeah,
like,
no.
Oh yeah.
video.
But yeah, him and George Bush.
Jesus. And HW.
He was around for that.
HW?
George H.W. Bush. Both
Oh,
of them.
George. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on. Learn your presidents, dude.
My bad.
Me and HW, we go way back. We went way back.
So, this is more out of personal curiosity. This isn't necessarily related to like fashion photography. With the Donald Trump era being so pervasive, have you seen a shift in art? And I guess it's very clear the answer is yes. But within fashion photography, especially post Trump and during Trump as a president.
I cannot say that I would know the answer to this question because I have only been a photographer for about 3 years.
What got you interested in photography, especially?
I would make little YouTube videos like as a kid. I was always just like on a camera.
Cool.
And I started as a concert photographer. My very first like amount of like photographer followers was
Such
for
weird
concerts.
parallels. That's what I did.
Yeah, no, I would sneak into techno shows when I was like 15, 16 years old and tell like the security that like I had a press pass and I just forgot my ID at home.
Yeah.
And because my name was like on a list somewhere, they would assume that they went through like the security checks. And then I was in a warehouse in Long Beach like at 3 a.m. taking photos of like some techno act. And so I would post about this and then like started posting like I think at one point I shot T-Pain and like Zara Larsson. Like I was, really blooming concert photographer and then COVID happened and then I got into fashion.
Yeah.
You got into fashion because of like the people you met through photography, or like where did that come from?
Fashion?
Yeah.
Project Runway.
Oh,
Oh,
I
shit,
could talk
hell yeah.
about Project Runway for so long.
So when I was
let's
literally
go.
like 4 or 5 years old,
Witty.
I would watch Project Runway religiously.
Dude, Tyra Banks is a fucking menace on that show.
Same with America's Next Top Model.
Or America's Next Top Model.
Yeah,
I guess
no,
it's
like,
Tim
I-
Gunn. Tim Gunn,
I
yeah,
would
my bad, my bad.
religiously watch America's Next Top Model and like fashion and modeling based television.
Yeah.
And so I have books and stacks of flats that I would draw since I was like 4 years old of like entire collections and stuff. And I really, really wanted to get into fashion and modeling, and I thought that like all of that was so cool. It was just way too out of reach for me to even imagine. And also I was raised by 2 professional basketball players that literally
we
only
need to
wear
talk about this. Yeah, we have to hoop
That
sometime.
explains
the height.
the height. Yeah.
So
Were either of your parents in the WNBA or NBA?
So I'm from Germany, so they played in Bundesliga.
Okay.
Yeah, so sorry, Dirk Nowitzki's not my dad. Hate to disappoint you guys. But so being raised by them, it's not like fashion or
Do you
art
follow
was in the
basketball
house.
at all?
Fuck no.
Yeah, that's the parent rebellion thing. You
Oh,
can't
no,
like
my sister plays pro, and my little brother's going to the Olympics for volleyball. Like
Jesus That's
it's
so fresh.
I am literally the person in my family where it's like we have no idea what you do. Like, it's like they're like this is so.
This isn't my dream, Dad. This is your dream.
No, but
why couldn't I have had a daughter that hoops?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like, you only get one daughter that hoops. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be me, even though like I literally had D1 offers and shit. It was
That's
just
crazy.
I hated sports, and to this day hate sports and hate the culture of sports.
Wait, why do you hate sports though? Because I feel like it's very competitive, especially basketball. The style of play, especially right now, is very similar to almost how fashion is working, where it's very like
Well,
self-oriented.
this is what I hate in fashion as well, and something that I hate in art.
Yeah.
So for full transparency, I'm a yoga girl. I'm a runner.
What?
Well, yeah. No, like I'm doing yoga every day instead of like doing anything that's competitive. I don't like competition that becomes so toxic to a point that it's like determining your next move.
So you're not doing competitive yoga?
No, I don't think that exists.
Not
So-
yet.
Again, you played competitively. You were getting recruited.
Yeah.
Was
It's
there
like
a
I wasn't-
pressure from your parents? Because again, like I also
yeah.
grew up as like a good athlete who was getting D1 offers. And like it's something that even now, like I played golf for a long time, but it was something that like for a couple of years, and I've come back around to it now. It's like, oh, something fun I do with my friends. But for a couple of years, it was like, I don't want to fucking do this. And doing it is so viscerally upsetting
Yeah.
that is like after high school, I just stopped playing golf for like 3 years. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, it's a stupid game. Haha, you know.
But no, it's true. It's like you reach a certain point where it's this competitive nature and the outside external elements ruin your joy for something.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not playing anymore because you just want to have fun playing.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not mastering your skills here because it's what you're passionate about. You're doing it for 90 other reasons. And
That's
I
kind
think
of the
that's
same as the internet shit.
Yeah, I
it's
was
the
gonna
same
say.
thing. It's the same thing with like many industries, and especially within fashion, where you're taking all of these external things, and those are determining whether or not you have joy for the thing that you are passionate about.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really upsetting. Where like if you just eliminate that competitive factor or limit it to some sense, because I am a photographer, I am an art. There's still inherently competition in every industry, but if you're able to manage that and manage your expectations of yourself and what will be impacting your ability to create, then you will sleep better at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Point blank. And that's why I don't like sports.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't like cricket.
I love it. But
part of why I stopped doing TikTok so much is I'm a competitive person, but I would look at other people and be like, why am I not as big as them? Like,
Yeah.
what the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah.
And like, it gets
Oh,
to you.
yeah.
It genuinely does. It's something so stupid. It's like, fucking
and it's so
silly.
stupid because you posted 3 minutes too late for it to hit the algorithm.
It's so
Yeah.
dumb.
And it's
so arbitrary.
Yes. Everything about being a content creator is so arbitrary. Nothing has anything to do with anything, and you are just floating. You are
Yeah.
floating through this app, and just good days, bad days, ebbs and flows. You don't have control over anything.
Yeah. It's
So,
really tough. It's
It
weird.
is. It is tough. And also, sports. Something that I don't like about the system of sports, rather, because like basketball's fun to play.
Yeah,
Don't
oh,
get
it's
me wrong.
very
It's
fun
like
to play.
very fun to play. It's like I want to make it very clear that I don't hate sports for the fact that they're sports. It's like everything surrounding it. It's like Ice
Yeah.
Spice. Like the system that exists with like high level athletes and high level college athletes, where they are so sheepish and so dependent on their team and their coach to command them, that they don't get set up for life skills after college.
Yeah.
And this is a huge problem, especially with like high level D1 sports, when you have dedicated your life to something that is so
only
short-lived
thing about you, too.
and the only thing about you. When you graduate, that is all you have. You just go back into the sport, and you're not able to find a career anywhere else because your entire identity is focused on this. And God forbid you have an injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you're so used to taking commands from people constantly and torturing yourself running line drills and stuff that you don't realize that there's another way to live life.
Yeah.
And you just like live this life of putting yourself through super unnecessary pain.
I do appreciate, like, I also swam for a long time.
Yeah.
And the baseline level of health that I think I can attribute to like exercising daily for
Yeah.
15 years, because it was like my parents dropped me off, like might as well swim for 2 hours,
Yeah.
right? Like that's really great. I feel really lucky about that. But again, like there was a really toxic, almost like predatory system,
Absolutely.
right? Where it just like they need you to be good, not because you want to be good, but because you have to be good.
Yes, and it's like, it's giving me like PTSD back to those days because it's so insane because it's just so arbitrary at that level
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And then it gets political.
College recruiting is not trivial at all. I mean, they're like, that one mom
That
from
is
the Midwest that
political
don't
as fuck.
play about her daughter getting recruited for D1 volleyball. Like,
Your golf spot.
oh yeah, I was getting recruited at, I guess I won't say, or I guess I could say, I was getting recruited at Yale, and I had gotten confirmed for one of the 2 spots on that year. This was a year before my junior year, and I felt pretty secure in that, and I didn't pursue any other teams despite having offers. And a couple of months into my senior year, which was too late for, I'd already applied early action under the assumption that I would get taken for golf. I got a ring after that from the coach that was like, hey, something went wrong. We're not going to take you for the golf team. I was
my
like,
gosh.
all right. So I desperately called all the other schools that had given me offers like, hey, is there anything available? And when I was on the call with the Dartmouth coach, he said, oh, it's a shame about what happened to your spot. And I was like, what do you mean what happened to my spot? Like, I thought, he just couldn't give me a place. He was like, oh, no, what we heard is that a kid's family donated a ton of money and they gave him your spot on the team. And Oscar, don't turn our mics off.
Oscar, don't touch the mics.
But again, like, there's the whole college recruiting thing that blew up with the Ivy League with like the soccer coach like giving spots to people.
It was the rowing team, and that actually came out of my hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So it's political, it's wrapped up in money, it's wrapped up in all these things. And again, it's arbitrary, but especially in the moment, it matters so much because it
'Cause
confirms
that's
all
your
the time you've put
entire
into
life.
it.
That's
Exactly.
your entire identity. And it's like not to knock the dedication and like what it teaches you to be so consistent and work hard and all of the good things that come with sports. It's like it should be left at that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We don't got to turn a good thing into a bad one.
Yeah. I also feel quite weird because I got good enough where I was better at it than most people around me. And it gave me a warped sense of what it was to like work hard, because I could not work as hard and still be better than other people. And I think even now I wonder, am I working hard enough at the things that I'm doing and still observing it in that same way with like, am I able to work hard enough where I should work? And so I think I push myself way too hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I do that to myself as well because you have nothing to compare to.
Exactly.
And it's like you usually have somebody on your team or somebody that's like working next to you for you to be able to tell like, oh, they're slacking. Like this is me putting in the hours and this is what an example of this is. And it's like, especially for, I would say all of us, it's like the jobs that we are doing currently are something that nobody has ever done before and is an entirely unexplored field where you have nothing to compare to on whether or not you are working hard.
Yep.
And it leads to you working insane hours and pretty much killing your body to meet deadlines and like do these outlandish things in order to feel like we're working hard. And it's like frustrating because generations above us are going to be like, oh, well, you're not actually like working that hard. You have it so much easier than us.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I can't tell you how many days I've waken up at like 5 a.m. and then like didn't go to bed until 2 a.m. because I was like editing the entire day because I didn't know that like, oh, you could start at 9 a.m. and then just like clock off at 3 like everybody else that's editing.
Speaking about punishing your body, is it still as high pressure for women to stay skinny or stay attractive or whatever it is? And is that pressure coming from your peers or is it coming from the top down? Because again, I worked in like a fashion magazine for a while.
I mean, this could
really
be
toxic.
an entire video essay
There's a whole
itself.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, literally, this could be an entirely different podcast. But it's like, I think that there, you know, biologically, like we are each other's competition. Like I hate, it's horrible that we do this, but it's like you can't help but compare and try to reach this unattainable beauty standard. And the closer you can get, the more you're winning.
Yeah.
And you know, that is skinny, big boobs, big ass, tiny waists, long legs, but not above 5'7".
Yeah.
Blonde hair, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And like, I think that's hard for young women to grow up with. And, you know, this point has been, you know, beat like a dead horse at this point. And I think that, you know, it impacts me still. I mean, I'm an online creator. I can't help but like have crippling body dysmorphia because of the fact that like people are saying things about my body constantly. It's like just how you choose to handle it. It's like, do you want to let it penetrate your soul like that? Or do you just be like, can't do anything about it today. Like I was built like this. It's like, especially being a super tall woman, it's like, sorry I scare you. Sorry that I walked into this room and your Napoleon complex just popped right out. Like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I can't really change that. And like I think that especially, you know, tall women have very unique perspective on that take, because to be feminine oftentimes is to be small.
Yeah.
And if you are a full-bodied or a curvy tall woman, you feel so masculine at times, and you feel so gross because you can't be small, thin, effeminate, and like weak.
Yeah.
And I hate that femininity is attributed to weakness, but that is what we have done as a society. So
Yeah. I guess on that, we should probably start wrapping up. At the end of every episode, we do Song of the Week with our guests. We ask you for something that you've been listening to. I can't put them in the videos anymore because we've gotten copyright strikes about that. And I'm also worried that they are going to start copyright striking the actual podcast itself.
okay, cool.
So you'll have to look them up. They are on a playlist called, what is it? Pair of Kings,
It's
but the G's are 9s.
Yeah, pair of kings, but it's pair of canines.
Okay. It's Pair of Canines.
okay, can I look at my phone
Yeah,
for this
absolutely.
one?
Michael,
Okay.
you want to start us off?
Yeah, I was gonna do something else, but I'm gonna go with "Pray for Plagues" by Bring Me the Horizon,
Okay.
because they used to be a deathcore band. There's that meme that's like the old woman on the like with the walker and the lady helping her, and she's saying like,
yeah,
"Okay,
yeah.
grandma." The original one is the old lady saying, "Bring Me the Horizon" used to be a deathcore band. and the woman's like, okay, grandma, let's get you to bed.
I'll go with something. I mean, obvious. I've been listening to. I'm gonna go with "Fuck KD" by Lil B.
Tight.
Because I like Kevin Durant, but also fuck Kevin Durant for taking two championships away from my sugar booger, LeBron James.
Sugar booger.
Sugar Booger's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
my Pookie Bear. I love LeBron James. He's amazing. Do you have a song of the week?
Can I do two?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is "Get Silly" by Vic. VIC.
Oh,
Tight.
yeah.
I listened to it the entire summer. I'm not kidding. It was like an ongoing joke where I would just play "Get Silly." I just thought it was funny, and there's a video that exists of me in every city I was in Europe, just
Getting silly.
getting silly.
There you
And
go.
I think that's great. And then the second one is going to be "Papa Veg" by Vise Asbach.
You're gonna have to send me that link.
This is
I'm
a
not gonna be
joke.
able to
This
spell
is a joke song.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think that if you understand the humor to it, you'll find this to be very entertaining.
Okay.
So shout out to Vise Asbach. Thank
Okay.
you for your
Vise
We might be
creation.
messaging you for an explanation of what the hell is
I
going on.
will,
in the song.
I will, and I
Alright.
think that any person that goes and listens to this song that I'm sending them,
Sure.
without context, is going to have an aneurysm, and I think it's gonna be so funny.
Ween wow.
Ween Wow's a good song. Yeah.
Hmm.
Listen to Ween Wow.
What is that?
Well,
We'll do that afterwards. I
So-
mean, there's so many good options. There's "How Much Is the Fish" by Scooter. Oh my gosh. Or what? You don't know "How Much Is the Fish" by Scooter?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have so much to show you.
We're gonna talk about this with wacky songs. We
Okay.
should be wrapping up though.
yes.
Thank you so much to everybody for listening and watching the Pair of Kings podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at Pair of Kings Pod. YouTube is Pair of Kings Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's like
The
YouTube
best part
outro
about
from-
video now is that people can see you doing the close your
Oh,
eyes
yeah,
thing
no, I
to
always
remember
close
the
my eyes to
outro
remember
bit.
it. Yeah. As always, I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. I'm joined this week not only by my wonderful co-host,
I'm Michael Smith. You can find me on Instagram at @_Smithstagram.
and this week by our guest.
Tati. You can find me at Illumitati.
And this has been the Pair of Kings podcast, where once a week, every week for the foreseeable future, we are bringing you business as usual, tomfoolery as planned, video episodes. I think the day that I've settled on is Saturday because it gives me time to edit and render everything and upload it. And I'm going to try to get that on a consistent time, but YouTube's so fucking weird. It's just like, here's 8 hours, and it might be shorter, it might be longer. I'm like, all right, great. So Saturdays tentatively, but keep posted for that. Join our Discord, follow us on Instagram, whatever it is.
Thanks for watching this podcast that's
And
being
listening.
recorded in this living room.
We're in my
Podcast
living room listening
room.
to a podcast. I'm trying to think about if that-
I was walking down the street, concentrating on trucking right. I heard a dark voice beside of me, and I looked round in a state of fright. I saw four faces, one met a brother from the gutter. They looked me up and down, I begged